Right, we are now live.
Jordan will get copyrighted.
Oh no, sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot it was 2 on guitar. I'll play it on my guitar now.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Yo.
Hello. We're back playing some D&D.
Woohoo! Woo.
I'm joined by Jordan from True Friends Gaming,
How's it going, everybody?
Kyle from True Friends Gaming and Chibi Kai Plays,
Yo.
and 25 player 2 insert coin.
How's it going?
Should we just get straight into it? Has anyone got anything they want to say? Do anything before we start?
I'm wearing the metal chest I got last time as a turtle shell.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
We all gotta like
My
push him to
companion,
help.
yeah, my companion's...
Roll a strength check. So let's have a quick recap on what happened last time. Last time you stumbled upon a town on your journey, King's Watch, on your a little way out of the way, but it was a torrential downpour. During your stay in a tavern, the town was raided by a group of people. One, a man wielding lightning from his fingertips.
It was the Emperor.
Who turned out to be
Yep.
Jorta Humbleweed, which I, for one, would prefer if that was the Emperor's real name.
Jorta Palpatine.
You guys dispatched of his band of men and him fairly quickly. Received some loot. That was pretty much it. Jordan made friends with a giant chest that he's been carrying around for the last day, essentially.
That we swear
So-
is not
something
a
like
mimic. It is not a mimic.
You met a bard who isn't here right now. She's asleep in the back of the wagon, I guess.
My
She's
driving.
asleep in the chest.
You locked it, and now you can't find the key.
Yeah.
I mean, I told everyone I couldn't find it.
You'll never be able to fit in this chest, you said. Slam. So, on the bigger picture, you guys were heading towards Israel, the capital city of Tehran, for two reasons, which were?
That's where the plot's taking us, and Scott told us.
Which were the reasons?
The dudes in the fancy armor that were killing the guys of the Crimson Lotus.
The Crimson Lotus, yeah.
Okay.
We gotta tell people about them
Okay, and the other reason?
because there's plenty of brooding to be had in the
You are the
capital.
worst. You are the worst. Okay. So your journey was to obviously head to Israel to. Oh, Kyle's disappeared. He's back.
Yeah.
There he is.
Let them
He's
know about.
Yeah, Jordan
um,
disappeared on me.
About Ulrok, the demon trapped under the Shamalok Mountains, and that the Crimson's Lotus plan is to somehow break him free of his captivity, and the impending assassination attempt of Aaron Nighthold, who you guys will remember Kern Skinner wrote about in his journal.
Yep.
You remember that quite vividly? Yeah.
Did we
Great.
learn about the demon?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You just none of you take notes. Worst. So
We have other party members for that. I'm
Your
too busy
journey was a-
brooding.
Your journey was about a week to get to Israel, where you've been on the road for about 3 days, 4 days when you stopped off at King's Watch. So we'll pick it back up with you guys, I guess, heading out from King's Watch, unless anyone wants to do anything.
Yeah, fix my
Yeah,
internet.
we lost Jordan.
Welcome to D&D, everybody.
Yeah. Well, welcome to D&D on Roll20.
On Monday night,
Guys,
at
welcome.
Roll20. This is what we expect.
I opened Twitter, Scott.
Oh.
He did warn you.
Okay, well, you're not missing much. So, does anyone want to do anything? Are you still lumbering around with this chest, or are you?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What if I don't? We're gonna leave Kala behind. You know what? I pushed the chest down a hill into a river.
Thump 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 thump
Unfortunately,
thump.
King's Watch notorious for being one of the flattest landscapes.
I push it in front of a freaking horse.
Okay, you push it in front of your own horse. Now, what are you guys doing?
Oh god.
Watch it trip so we don't have to leave this stupid town.
I'm pretty sure the horse stopped.
Yeah,
Do-
your horse is.
yeah.
Your horse is still sitting around outside the.
All right.
I kidnapped the blacksmith and bring him with us. The one
He
who keeps
stabs, you,
raising
he
his
stabs you with one of 17 short swords.
No, but okay, I'm back.
Okay, so what are you guys doing? Are you heading off? Is there anything you want to do in town? What's the? Dilio?
No, because every time I try and purchase stuff here, they raise prices on me to make it where I can
I
never.
need to add 20% to the price list. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys get back in the on the wagon. Who's taking the reins?
25.
I'll drive again.
Okay. Are you loading the chest into the wagon, Kane?
Yeah, totally.
Roll me a strength check. You roll me an animal handling check.
Plus, I believe it's +3, so 15.
Okay. So it's getting heavy, this chest. You've been lugging it round for the last day or so. You managed to hoik it up onto the back.
I got a 12.
Okay. So you take the reins, you sit at the front of the wagon, you start heading off back the way you came. You got to go back about 4 miles or so before you get back onto the main roads. The road is quite muddy because of
All the weather.
the rain, the weather that we had. The horse also seems slower than before. You're not sure because if that's because you got an extra person or because of the massive steel chest that's on the back of the
Can't
wagon.
be the 1,500-pound chest.
I mean, we can get rid of the bard. Just throwing it out there, literally throwing her out there.
Okay, so you guys carry on. The weather's quite nice. It's a sunny day. You know, you can see that the roads are clearing up. As you get back to the main road where the storm was brewing, as you turn sort of northwest towards Israel, travel for a couple of miles, and the road starts to become drier. Your progress starts to pick up, and this is quite a busy road. There's a lot of traffic heading between Inkini and Israel. It's a long journey, but it's quite a busy bit of the road. As you continue your journey, it's fairly uneventful. You get to about 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, and as you continue your journey, you come across a wagon that's broken down in the center of the road. As you look at it as you're approaching, you can see that the front axle has snapped in two. There's a fairly large rock to the side of the road. It looks like that's that could be where it's where it came a cropper. It's quite a big wagon. It's quite a wooden wagon. It's green and red. It's unlike yours. It's got a roof to it. It's it looks like it's been looked after. It's just sitting in the middle of the road. There doesn't seem to be, from what you can see, anyone around as you're approaching.
Are there any like trees or anything out here? Like
anywhere
ample for ambush, perhaps?
The sides of the road, to be fair, the whole journey, the sides of the roads it cuts through the middle of a wood. This road, the whole roads have pretty much been, other than the odd farmland and so on and so forth. Most of it is wood lined, this path.
How thick is the brush, or is it like a pretty dense forest?
Relatively. I mean, as you've been on the journey, you've noticed that there is sort of odd places where it clears out a little bit, and you can see sort of through the tree line. You can see fields, you can see hills. It's not as if you're in a massive jungle. It's not as if you're in a huge wood, but certainly the sides of these roads tend to have a tree lining, a bush lining, for the majority of this journey all along.
Okay. I would like to roll perception.
Go for it.
And that's +4, I think.
Okay.
Checking real quick. Oh, +2. Sorry, +2.
Okay. So you're at this moment in time, you're maybe 200, 300 yards away. You're still approaching. The wagon's still rolling along. You can't really see much. The tree line is either side of the road. The wagon is broken down in the middle. You can't from where you are. You can't see anyone near it. You do notice that on the side of the wagon, it actually says Blanchard Taylor's Israel.
Okay.
What are you guys doing?
Unless anyone else otherwise says, I'll kind of slow down to go around. But
okay.
I'm not gonna stop unless anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, unless. Do you see anything? So is the cart empty, or can we see if there's anything on it from where we are?
Yeah. No, from the angle it is, as you're approaching, it's sort of a diagonal towards it. You can see the front of it. There's no one on it. You can't see the back of the wagon as you're approaching it. As you get closer,
Also, I accidentally opened the chest and the bard popped out.
Oh, is the bard here?
Yeah, she accidentally just popped out of the chest.
Okay, super. You found the combination.
Oh, I knew where it was. I just lied. See?
Hello.
A wild bard appears.
Out of a chest.
Stop singing. Slam the lid back down. How are you, Carla? Oh, muted.
I see how
I
it is.
closed the chest
We
again.
did
Remember?
slam the
You
lid
just,
back
you just
down.
described it. Here, I'll open it for her again. How you doing? How's it going, Carla?
It's fine.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on.
We
just started.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
we're riding in a wagon. We saw a kid with a cooler wagon than ours, but he broke it because his dad was dumb and pulled it too fast.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
I had you trapped in a chest because we needed a way to move you from point A to point B.
Couldn't have just been like sleeping.
No.
Or, okay.
That's what
cool.
Scott
Yeah,
said.
that's what you were. You were sleeping inside of the chest.
Why inside of the chest?
Because I shook
Jordan.
it so much it put you to sleep.
Right.
Jordan.
Okay.
You
And
would have made a bet that
comatose.
you couldn't fit in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as soon as you did, he just slammed the lid down.
The actual thing is I can't fit it in there, but then you misunderstood. Into a chest.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why my mindset always wants to go more prankstery, but at the beginning of these sessions, before I start getting myself into being in
Before I-
character.
It's before I start wearing you down.
Yeah, it's before I go into character of being an edgelord
Yeah.
mode.
Yeah, right.
Gotta like fall into your brood place.
Yeah.
There's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm playing, I have to ask myself, what would Batman do? So I
Oh,
do
what
this
would Batman do?
somebody behind me. With the cool spikes on my wrist.
Nice.
Okay, so you
But he
guys,
has blades on his wrist. Go on.
Yeah.
Carla, I was just explaining that these guys are approaching a broken down wagon. Side of the road, it's covering a fair portion of the road. You haven't seen anyone near it. Front axle is smashed in two.
Yeah. I was about to find out if there's anything in it.
Okay.
Like a chest, perhaps.
With another bard.
What are you guys doing? So you're maybe 50 foot away from the wagon.
I guess I'll just do a glancing perception just as we're kind of rolling up. See if there's anything inside. See if there's anything interesting. 12 total.
Again, because of the angle you're approaching, you can't necessarily see in it.
Right, because of the roof and everything.
yeah.
That makes sense.
I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like it's a well kept wagon. It's it's painted. It's
So there's no real signs of a struggle. Like obviously there's not a dead horse or anything.
No,
There's
it
no
just-
blood. The things that hold the horses don't seem like the harnesses don't seem like they've been snapped or broken or
No,
anything like that.
in fact, that you can't see that there are any horses or a harness attached to it, like they've been potentially removed.
Yeah.
It genuinely, from what you can see and from where it's sort of parked or where it stopped and where this rock is, it genuinely looks like it was an accident that caused it to stop. As you slow the wagon down, as you're sort of approaching the angle of it, just sort of approaching the back, as you slow the wagon down, you can make out the faint sound of a young girl crying. Only just over the top of your
Fine, I'll open the chest.
over the top of the horse as it's dragging along. You can just sort of hear a faint sob. As you reach sort of parallel with the wagon, as you get slightly past it, you can see a young girl sitting on the side of the road on a stone. She must be about 6 or 7, and she's got her head in her hands and she's bawling her eyes out.
She has a head in her hands.
Her head in her hands.
Okay. Okay. I
Brad
was like,
Pitt.
this just changed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Slightly less ominous.
What's
Yep,
in the box?
just a bit.
What's in the box?
It's like that scene from Clone Wars when Boba's holding Jango's helmet with his head in it.
Hey, spoilers.
That's not a spoilers.
Movie's old enough.
Well, even then, no. It's in a helmet. Spoilers are
find
still
that-
spoilers, regardless of how old something
Yeah,
is.
the movie was a spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's sort of she's she looks up at you, and then kind of goes back to crying. She's,
Probably she just pulled this wagon all by herself.
she's got some reins around her neck.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Whip marks on her back.
Whoa. What are you guys doing?
Wow.
Jesse, as you look to the back of the wagon, it looks like there's some linens in there. There looks like there's some a couple of boxes, some bits and pieces, but it genuinely looks like a tailor's wagon.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I will pull over to the kind of the side of the trail or whatever, and
I
stop
immediately
the car.
cast Divine Sense.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What does
So
divine sense do?
I'll know if it's celestial, fiend, or undead.
Okay.
There's enough things in this world that can disguise themselves as something else that I'm going to use the crap out of this because I don't trust this little girl all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But besides the giant blip that's right next to you.
It's kind of throwing your meter off a little
Yeah.
bit.
It just spins round in a circle. Yeah, you don't sense any of those things.
Okay. She's some other type of demon.
If you want to call a young child a demon, that's entirely up to you.
I mean, there's a reason my character doesn't have kids. Because he killed them.
Yeah, that's the reason.
There we
Actually,
go.
as you look at her, she looks up at you, Kane. As you look into her eyes, you have a flashback to the dream that you had the night before, or a couple of nights ago. And although you can tell it's not the same girl, your flashback is to the young child that you hit around the head with your mace as you approached the village in that dream. You know, and it's a proper instant sort of flash to that scene.
Yeah, it's like that
And then you're
movie
back
scene
in.
where you see him and it's like and it cuts to it real quick and then a quick flashback and
Mm-hmm.
it's like the Eye of
Starlight.
Sauron whenever they like first touch the ring and crap. No, not a Starlight.
Yeah.
It's not made in freaking Windows Movie Maker. Only movie that can get away with using all those unnecessary transitions is Star Wars. They do like the side swipe for everything.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
it
an
worked.
aesthetic, okay? It's fine.
It was in the 70s.
They're keeping the swipe dream alive, all right?
Yeah, they really are.
Hashtag swipe dream.
Yep.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
Well,
Well, I pulled us over.
yeah.
I mean, at this point, now I've got the vision in my mind of what I should do. No, of what happened in the past. I'm gonna have to talk to her. I'm gonna, find out what's the matter, what happened here. I'm not gonna do it in character yet because I'm not in that mindset, so I'll end up turning it stupid. So just kind of what's happened here and what's
Okay.
what's
so as
transpired.
as she looks up, she sort of wipes her snotty nose and tears away on her sleeve. She's like, my daddy and brother went to try and find something to fix the wagon, and they haven't come back yet
Why did they leave a 6-year-old by herself?
because they said they wouldn't be long.
Do you know how long they've been gone for?
No, maybe 2 hours.
I think Parenting 101 shows even if you're going behind the tree, you don't leave a 6-year-old alone.
Yep.
Trust me. I know firsthand.
She looks at you and shrugs at that remark.
I want to keep criticizing her dad. Where were you going whenever all of this happened?
to
All-
Inkini.
You said there was a lot of traffic flow that came between these. Why has no one else stopped for you?
There was a couple of people who walked past and they just carried on walking, and I didn't want to bother them.
Well, and I, kind of glance back to see what everybody else thinks, or is thinking, just kind of get an idea of where their mind is. Are they back there playing a game of cards, or are they looking concerned?
Carla's still trying to climb out of the chest.
Yeah, I'm still.
Well, it doesn't
climbing.
help because I'm sitting on it talking to a little girl.
Banging on the top of it, like, let me out!
Dragged
You
it
know, we have
off
a
of the
spot for
carriage. Dragged it out of the carriage.
Yeah.
There
Well,
she
yeah,
is.
he's got to drag it everywhere. I mean,
My camera's still doing the weird thing, though. I
That's
don't know
my
why this is
sidekick.
happening all the time.
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't
My
know.
camera has
Is
all
that-
kinds of problems too.
All right, there we
Roll
go.
20,
I've never had this problem before, though.
roll 20 changes
don't
all my camera
understand.
settings.
And I'm just this pale, so what are you guys doing?
Well, I was still gauging their reaction, but they never told me what they were doing, so I'm just kind of, I can't imagine what they're doing.
I don't know how to react, to be
I
honest.
do like the
don't
idea
know.
of all of you just
Imagine
turning
what
around
they're
and looking at
doing.
each other, and then just silence.
It's like a sitcom. We don't know how to be dads.
Too many
Yeah, we
dads.
really don't.
Immediate jump cut to the work like 8 miles away from her, still riding in the cart.
She's still sitting there, just crying her eyeballs out.
Should we bring her with us, or say we're gonna try and find the brother and dad, or both?
Probably,
Well, we're not going to leave her.
We can't leave her alone.
I mean, her family
Yeah.
can, so I don't see why we can't. But we could give her, we got some short swords. I'm sure we can give her some of those.
She
Lock
goes
her
to
in the-
pick it up and slices her arm.
Look her in the
Yeah.
chest on the side of the road. This will keep you safe.
I
Get
it's
it?
kept our barn
Safe.
safe.
Not
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Right.
No, we should bring her with us.
Okay.
Yep.
We're all
At
your
least
dad
get her
now.
off of the road.
Okay. We offer the little girl a ride and tell her that we'll help her find her family.
She's like,
Yeah.
my dad said not to. We said not to talk to strangers, but
Well, you've already broken that rule, so you might as well
Yeah.
break the second one.
They went through here. Would you go and look for them? Can we go and
Through-
look for them?
Through where exactly?
She points sort of towards the wooded area behind her.
Man, they left a 6-year-old alone, and then they didn't go and search the towns or any of the
Yeah.
oncoming traffic in this very populated region.
Yeah, I mean, from what you know of being on the road, you haven't been near a town for a.
If I could smell, I
brief
could taste a
period of
trap.
Yeah. I mean, Scott, how far away from the town are we? Can we see it at all, or
I mean, you've been traveling for the best part of a day,
right?
and you,
Backed up our wagon to go talk to
Okay.
her.
there's an AA man just arrived. Oh no, hold on, that's different for you. There's
That was
recovery
Cola's
man.
side, so it's fine. It's the same as yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been on the road for pretty much a day.
Well, then I'm not going to be able to get up to help her. My legs are going to be sore. I'm going to get up. I'm going to have that thing where I'm trying not to fall.
You haven't seen too many
Yeah.
many towns. You know, the last one was probably midday-ish, so a good 3 or 4 hours, sort of down the road. And bearing in mind you're on a wagon, although going quite slowly with a massive steel chest on the back. Next town, you're not 100% sure. You haven't seen a signpost for a while. Yeah, she's the road is quite a long road. It is quite busy, but I'm not talking that you're passing people constantly. It's whereas
Right.
some roads you could be on and not see anyone for days, whereas this is a main road through the heart of Tehran.
Okay. Well, the just to throw it out there, the divine sense I do has 60 feet around me. So just in case there's somebody like hiding in the bush that just happens to be 60 feet away.
Yeah, the only fiend, celestial, or whatever the undead that you sensed was on your wagon at the time.
Uh-oh. I didn't give her air holes. Okay.
R.I.P. Kala.
It's fine.
Yeah, I didn't actually realize your character had a surname. But all right, yeah. How's about we? I'd say mosey on over, but then somebody might steal my chest. We're gonna have to bring it with us.
Kane, I don't think anybody's gonna steal that chest.
Can we shove Kane into chest, please?
I mean, you
As
could
you're-
try and shove my chest, but I'll punch back. You don't just touch my bubages. But,
Those
no,
are great New York boobs.
but yeah, we can go.
So we're going into the woods.
I suppose.
I think that is currently the plan. Yes.
As you say that, her hand stretches up and grabs hold of yours, Kane.
I'm gonna be a dad.
Gonna be a good dad or a bad dad?
She lets go. No. She
No,
points
but okay.
towards points towards and although the bush is quite
What? Oh.
Whoa, whoa.
Anyway, sorry. What?
she points towards a sort of a not a pathway but an opening into this
God dang it.
you're such a child.
Yeah.
She points towards a pathway into the undergrowth.
Scott started laughing that time. When people start laughing, it makes me want to laugh. That's why when GP gets in a giggle fit, I can't not laugh. Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
Yep.
So you guys are heading in towards the bush.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's bush it up.
Mhm. Carlo, are you going into the bush?
Yeah.
Let's move on. As you guys head in, you know it's quite thick. You're sort of pushing branches out of the way as you're heading in. What's the
So it's
marching
like
order?
70s-ish. No.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Bit
I
like
think
your
he's talking about
moustache.
people from the 70s pubes.
Yeah, a bit like your moustache.
Yeah, he definitely's got the pedo stash happening right now.
Okay, so what's the
That's what
marching
happens
order?
when I shave or trim, I should say. Well, I believe
Shaver all this off.
Kane and the little girl should probably be leading the way, I would assume.
Okay.
Would be my guess.
Mm.
Who's
Because
next?
I don't really know
mean-
the way.
I don't tell you that's why she's leading.
Well, yeah, but yeah. Someone's got to stand with her and she grabbed your hand.
So what's gonna stop me from yanking away? She's a little girl. No, but yeah, I'm going with her. I'm being nice. All my
Sorry,
stuff
could-
right now is out of character until I get, into
Did you
mindset
just say? Did you just say what's going to stop me from yanking away?
mode.
Yes.
Yanking my
Yep,
hand
you
away.
did.
Oh right. Okay. Sorry. What's the rest of the order?
Yank away into the bush.
That'd be horrible.
Oh boy.
I don't want to say this next
We've been
sentence
writing for a long
because
time.
Yeah, I
it's
guess
gonna
I'll,
be bad, but
I'll be behind Kane because I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Well, I don't know. Who does he not want to be in his sight?
I'll take up the
me or
rear.
25.
I'm all right with Ignis. I shared ale with him. I don't like
All right.
25.
I'll take it. See, the thing is, you don't like me, but I've given you pretty much all my money since we've started this campaign.
Yeah,
Can't
but my
appreciate-
character's not in a goal for money. He just needs money now because all the shopkeepers just happen to raise all their prices when Kane walks by.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to help that
'Cause the
situation.
DM who claims to not want to kill us won't let me have armor.
I don't blame
You've
him.
missed opportunities for armor. That's all I'm saying.
Oh shit.
He's lying.
I
Yeah,
mean,
maybe I'm lying.
probably.
Rolling inside.
Maybe.
No. So as you guys continue through the undergrowth for maybe 10-15 minutes, you eventually start to come to a bit of a clearing. In that clearing, you notice a stone circle. You see large stone blocks sort of stacked on top of each other, very reminiscent of Stonehenge. Essentially, as you walk through, the floor of this circle is also stone. Roll me some perception.
Okay.
Okay.
That's 13.
Okay.
11.
Yeah, it was 11 as well.
Nope. My roll was a nope.
Okay, so as you approach it, it looks like it's old. It's very old. You can tell that. the young girl pushes through the sort of the foliage that's in front of her, she shouts "Daddy" and pulls to try and run away from you. Okay.
No, that's a rock.
Roll a strength check.
What?
King,
I just carried like a 20-ton chest, and then the little 6-year-old's gonna yank my arm off.
I
I'm gonna roll a
mean-
freaking
Or you're
one.
gonna yank her arm off.
Yeah,
Oh.
her arm is now in yours, and no.
Oh no, you don't, you little brat.
Yeah.
You look at what she's looking at though, and you notice
That for audio listeners, by the way, is
yeah,
a natural 20.
Yep, it is.
you managed to outmuscle a 6-year-old. Well done.
Not only did I manage, I decimated.
She rolled a
Let
4,
the
by
rec-
the way.
Let the record show
With
I
a -2.
decimated this child.
As you look at what she's looking at, though, you see 2 figures: a figure of an adult and a younger child, older than the girl you're with, but step into the center of the circle, and as they do, they disappear. As you look at the circle, you can see what appears to be a rune of some kind on the floor in the center of the circle.
I know for a fact they disappeared. Like, it's not one of those things where it's like a. Because I mean, for you telling us, we know, but would our characters think they might have just exploded or something weird like
no,
that?
I mean, from what you saw, it was they were there 1 second and gone the next. You know.
Okay.
It didn't look like anything other than they vanished. You know.
There's no
essentially.
little body parts anywhere.
Well, I mean, we could even think something like invisibility or anything like that. I didn't know what our characters' minds
Yeah,
would
I mean,
be.
I guess putting 2 and 2 together from them being there and then vanishing, you'd assume that rather than a spell. You didn't see either of them look like they were casting anything.
Okay.
Right.
Again, sort of as you're standing there, the girl is pulling your arm, saying, "That was my dad. That was my dad." So obviously,
Does your dad know magic?
no,
Why did they disappear?
I don't know, but we got to go get them.
I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
Arcana.
Okay.
See if I can
So it's
figure
not
out what's
Tanyas.
going on.
Nope.
Nope.
Good luck.
With
This
Gotta-
is not magic.
got a
Even
4.
with the compounded dice,
they're
did he
still
roll a
standing
2?
there.
You start telling her that her dad and brother are dead. She's never going to see them again. No, from what you can see, I mean, all you can see is that there is some kind of rune there. You've got no idea. But it's just still a fair distance away at this moment in time, maybe 50 foot or so from the actual circle. So, you're not going to see a huge amount, but
Strange that they didn't react to the girl.
yeah. But I mean, bear in mind that all happened
Yeah.
pretty quick as well. There was
Yeah, but apparently they've also been out here for several hours, and it took till just now for them to play with the rune and teleport. I guess we're gonna follow. Anybody else good with that? Cool.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. Same order as before.
Yep, just gonna
Yep.
blindly walk into the circle.
You're letting the girl go first.
Of course, we're letting the girl go first. She's the one pulling.
Okay. So as you head over, there's a glowing blue rune in the center of this circle. Anyone else want to do any kind of check of what it might be, or are you all happy just to step forth?
I mean, I don't know anything about this magic stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait and see what happens to the girl and Kane.
You're from the Underdark. How do you not know?
Okay. So
We're
As-
not all magic users.
No, but you can't say that you like. I don't know about this. Your magic when you're from
Mm.
this world.
They didn't see fit to teach me anything about it, all right?
Well, naturally, with my totally sweet being cool, I'll just go ahead and step in front a bit into the circle
Okay.
myself.
Okay, so as you step in front, the girl is still a couple of steps behind you.
Yeah.
You feel the connection with her hand disappear,
Okay.
and you get essentially teleported into what would be pitch black.
Good. I'm glad her arm didn't come with me. That would have been scary.
But based on where you are, you're in some kind of cave system, some kind of tunnel network. It's pitch black. As you look forward, you can see the walls are sort of jagged, like they've been carved out. The rest of you guys following, or
Yeah, did Kane and the girl both disappear?
Girl has sort of stepped on it since that point. Obviously, she was following Kane,
Right.
and appeared by your side again. Kane, sort of right behind you.
Is that so we're playing Overwatch on the YouTube app?
No idea.
That's
In
just
the
what GP sent
description,
us.
apparently.
No, okay.
No.
Okay. Sorry, yeah, GP sent that, so I wanted to make sure we were good.
You guys following? Are you guys staying? What are you? The rest of you doing? Are you heading down there as well?
I'm not gonna let Kane be the only edge lord in there.
Yeah, I'm right at home.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah,
Okay.
might as well.
Don't really have much of a choice at this point. Like, part of the party's vanished, so should probably go and see what's up.
If it was me, I'd
Yeah.
be running back to that wagon.
Hopping
If it was
back
me,
into
I
that
would
chest.
be, but my character
go.
had his
Leave his chest on the side and just run.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all get teleported down into what appears to be some kind of cave system. As I say, there's sort of jagged stone walls. There's a stone floor. It looks like it's been carved out. It's bone dry down here. It's also pitch black. There's no light whatsoever.
Okay. Are there any rocks on the ground or anything like that?
Only pebbles. There's sort of odds.
Cool. I pick one up and I cast light on it.
Okay. So as you do, the rest of the tunnel sort of lights up, obviously. As it does, you sort of notice a pathway leading down here. You also see into this area slightly. And you see the two figures just disappear around this corner here.
Okay. It is slightly worrisome that I can make the light from the light be any color I want, and I feel like the only color that he'd go with is black.
Somehow it seems to get darker
Yeah.
as you cast light.
Yeah.
I actually absorb the light.
We can see any bodily fluids on the walls and everything. All over Ignis.
Ignis is
Ignis is lit up like
Yeah.
a beacon.
It's like I cast light on him.
Yeah. Now purple instead of red.
Yeah.
Again, at that point, the girl grabs a hold of your hand, pulls at it again, shouts sort of "daddy," and tries to lead you down towards.
Yeah.
Now, here's my question. She shouts it. It's pretty loud she's shouting it? Like to the point where if someone disappeared around that corner, they would hear her, right?
Well, I'm assuming she's not just being like,
Daddy.
Right.
Yeah.
Loud, whether it's loud enough for them to hear or not, I don't know. It seems like it probably was.
they got their
Okay.
Walkman on right now, so they can't hear it.
Yeah. They're in the
See
zone.
that-
Power walking.
As they're going around the corner, they're like,
Yeah. Singing their late 80s tunes, such as Beyonce.
the
You hear
song
one
Beyonce. No.
Yeah.
echoing throughout the
Late 80s music. I make my light spell purple. Yeah, so I'm following still because the little girl's tugging and I kind of have
Whoa.
some quit it. I have some reconciliation to do.
Okay.
Now, who's who on it? Do we have the little girl?
Yeah, little girl
Here.
is this one here.
In the red.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's got some of the name tags aren't showing up.
Yeah, I just see mine.
I see.
I see mine and Jesse's.
Yeah, I see
I
mine and
just
Jesse's.
see Jesse's.
That's a bit weird.
I guess
Yeah,
I'm.
I don't know
just
what
that
that's.
cool.
That's a bit weird.
Don't know what that's about, but
Yeah.
Whoa! Now the girl's on top of. Oh.
Scott probably doesn't have something checked in I think it's advanced settings.
it's fine.
Yeah.
I know which one's mine. So.
I'm trying to make it look like they're holding hands. And Jesse, of course, playing out his mustache with all the pedophile jokes.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
I need some wax. to
I
curl
was still going where the little girl was going.
Yeah, I'm following Kane.
So
Yeah, I think we're all just-
you the direction that she saw.
Anybody want to take the other cool path? See what's down there.
Sure, let's split the party. Why not? That never
Nothing
ends
bad
bad.
ever happens when you split the party.
Hey, as
Yep.
far as I'm convinced, that don't split the party is just metagaming. It's like,
Yeah.
what would your character do in this situation?
My character would stay with the party.
Yeah, but Jesse's wouldn't. Just be like, I can be pretty on my own.
Yeah, well, that's true. Is this considered the Underdark?
No, it's just called.
Alright.
See, that's kind of what I was
Considered
thinking.
under-
Is he thinks he's
Yeah.
like, this is home for.
It's considered under and dark, if that helps.
Well, no, 'cause the reason I ask is because I have Natural Explorer Underdark, so like I get bonuses if it's the Underdark. So that's all. But yeah, no,
Do you want it to be the underdark?
no, that's fine. Because yeah,
It's not the
I know
Underdark.
what we'd face in the Underdark, and
18
Let's-
mind
Yep.
flayers.
yeah, right.
All the mind flayers.
Yeah, so many
I'll
mind
kind
flayers.
of stealth into this corner here.
Okay. So as this happens, this girl is still moving her way up. Are you stopping her? What's going on?
No, I'm still going. You kidding me?
Okay.
I was just gonna have him kind of peek down there and see if he saw anything. He didn't have to go down there.
Okay, so as you head towards this point, you see it sort of opens up into a bit of an opening. Obviously, all of the light that Kane was offering has now gone. But that being said,
Yeah, he's got superior dark vision.
superior dark vision. So
Um,
And I kind of tell the girl to stop for a second right here, and we're just gonna wait for the party to do what they need to do, and then
I'll literally just go to like this area to kind of see around the corner a little bit, but I don't want to go too far away from everybody
as
else.
you look round that corner, you see nothing in there. It's just an opened out channel. There's a few bits and sort of rubble on the floor. Looks like this has maybe once been used as some kind of bed chamber, something along those lines. There's sort of an old bedroll, a really old bedroll on the floor, but nothing of any interest. It's just
good thing I
Okay.
didn't bring the black light in there.
I'm going to
Yeah.
I'm going to like disguise my voice and make like a scream and then like shoot off an arrow into the wall and then make like combat sounds and then come strutting back up
okay.
just nonchalantly.
Okay.
No, I don't do any of that. I come back and tell them there's nothing there.
Good, because I don't think we would have heard the arrow.
No.
I was gonna say, if we hear the sounds, can I roll a perception? See how
Plus,
bad that shit is.
Plus, it just sounds like 25. Just
Acting
Grunting.
out fire.
Yeah.
Ah.
Ah! Oh! Oh!
Shunk.
No, don't do that!
How could you kill me with that beautiful tat?
Ah, you're killing me. You're so talented at fighting.
Okay, what's happening?
I think Jesse's winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm winning
He
D&D.
comes back and he's covered in blood. They stabbed me.
I just happen to have a flagon of pig's blood just
The
randomly
arrow
on
is
me.
stuck in his abdomen. I was gonna say his knee, and then I realized what that would have implied.
Oh, you memer.
Actually, that you would have been married, but yes.
Okay, so
No.
you guys carrying on. What are you doing?
My
Yeah.
wayward son. Yep.
Okay, so as you start to get closer, you start to light up down the end of the tunnel. You start to see white bone on the floor,
Oh crap.
and it seems to be quite a lot. There seems to be a collection of bones on the floor. At that point, as the young girl sees it, she starts to sort of freeze up a little bit and sort of not continue to move forward.
What is it, small child? Who I also asked the name of.
It's Abigail Blanchard. And she points forward at the bones, and you can see that her hand is sort of trembling.
Cain and Abigail almost sounds right, but it sounds like it could be changed slightly more. No, but okay.
You know, and if she's still holding your hand, if you're still moving forward, she's kind of moving
Well,
forward.
no,
with you.
I'm not. I'm just kind of moved so people could see where my character was.
You can sense there's now, after seeing what you've seen, a reluctance to move forward. And you can see a collection of white bone. You can't quite make out what it is at this distance, but you can clearly see that it's.
Okay. Abigail, what is it?
She kind of points again. She's like, bones.
Yes. What's wrong with bones?
They're scary.
I thought you were chasing your father.
Yeah, but if he's in there, then that might be him.
You just saw him go around the corner.
Yeah, I mean, I think from what you can sense, from what you feel, she's genuinely seen something that frightened her.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of trying to figure something out here. I'm just kind of prying for information by asking about other elements.
While he's talking to the little
Well, I
girl,
interrogate a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stuff my way.
Okay. Roll me some stuff.
11.
Also, while he does that, can I move here and check down the path below us?
Yeah, as you get to the path, it lights up. Not that you really need it with your vision.
No, I
but it lights-
know, but I don't
it lights
know
up,
if
it-
Zarya has dark vision.
I believe it. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Oh,
It lights up. I mean, from what you can see, this looks like another sort of chamber area. It's empty. From what you can see, it looks empty. I mean, you can't see the full room from where you are, but from there it looks.
at 25, I think I found another battle for you to fight.
Oh yeah.
25.
Ching, 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 ching.
You were stealthing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as you reach here, roll me some perception.
That I can do. Nat.
That's a nat 20.
That is indeed not 20.
I perceive the shit out of whatever. Oh
Okay.
goodness.
Congratulations. As you perceive the shit out of this room, you see two. Essentially, they're giant spiders. However, they're not like the giant spider that you saw previously, or any of the spiders that you've seen previously. Their bodies are larger. They have.
These are giant spiders.
Underneath their mandibles, they have an extra pair of essentially arms with fingers and thumbs.
It's like I said in the first session. This whole thing is just for Scott to try and get over his fears.
As you look at the smooth back of it, it's almost like a brain, essentially, the back of these spiders. They're currently hanging upside down from the ceiling, which is about 30 foot up. And you sense that they have spotted you. The other thing you see are 3 corpses, fresh corpses lying on the floor. There's a collection of bone. There's hundreds of bones. There's blood. There's sort of remains of people. There's remains of animals. It looks like on closer inspection, most of these appear to be animals. But there's certainly some human skulls and some human bones in there as well. What do you do?
I slowly back out.
Okay.
Make my way to Kane, and I'm gonna whisper to him, "Giant spiders, her family's dead. Get her out of here."
Spiders don't work that way. They usually knock people out first, and then they turn them into a web, then they roll them up, and then they kill them.
Okay, then let's let the 6-year-old get into a fight with a spider. Get her the
Alright.
fuck out of here.
Okay, I hand her a sword. Oh,
Because we have plenty of those.
Short swords for days.
As this conversation is happening,
how are we gonna leave? We don't have a way to get out.
you sense that these spiders are moving towards you in the corridor.
Spider! Spider. Oh wait, wrong campaign. Sorry.
Wrong
I was
game.
waiting for it. I
Yeah.
was waiting
Yeah, that's
for
what I thought he
it.
was going to do originally when he was whispering to me.
They're, guys, they're coming.
Well, we don't really have a way out, do we?
No, but they're coming.
Yep. I guess we're going to have to find a way out.
At that point,
Just tell the girl to go hide somewhere.
Yeah, she's got a bedroom.
Yeah, we can just tell her to go hide down here.
Although we haven't explored that one. The other one might be a bit safer.
No, there was a giant fight in that one.
Yeah,
Lots of
exactly.
blood.
All the bad guys are dead. You killed them all.
don't go in there. You can barely get in there for bodies.
Yeah, right. It's like filled with bodies.
All right, 25. Better get down there if they're coming. You're our first line of defense. What? You can shoot them with your bow and arrow, and then I can step past and start fighting them once they come through.
Yeah, so though you've been having a full-blown conversation in the face of two large spiders, you've kind of kept an eye, as you do when you generally see a spider, and although you can't necessarily see into there, you've sensed that the movement has been happening, and they've been on the ceiling still approaching closer and closer to the entrance of this.
So is the entrance, is the ceiling lower in our tunnel, or is it still just as high?
It opens up into about 30 foot. This one isn't, it's not a small tunnel. It's not 5-6 foot tall or whatever. It's maybe 15-20 foot up into the air. So it's not a tiny tunnel. It's, it's been dug out.
Okay.
But it's, it's not as tall as this main room.
Okay.
Roll me some perception.
Okay. I thought you were say initiative.
I did too. I think that's gonna come soon.
I did not perceive the shit out of that one.
I also did not. I got a total of 6. You got 4.
Yep.
2 was my perception.
What was yours, Carla? Sorry?
18.
Okay. Kyle, did
There we
you
go.
roll?
She perceived a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
Perceived a
12.
thing.
So, Ignis and Saria.
Sorry.
Saria.
Sorry.
Saya.
She's no sorry.
You notice Abigail start to kind of back up in this, sort of moving towards the back of the group.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, that's fine. That's where we want her to be. So, just gonna let that happen.
Unless she's some sort of kick-ass 6-year-old who has, magic
Maybe your
spells.
parents are actually spiders, and she's gonna turn into one.
Maybe.
It's weird because as you say that, you start to hear like a noise behind you, maybe sort of a squelching type noise. As you turn around and watch the young small frame of Abigail transform into a larger spider beast, bigger than the other two, far bigger than the other two. In the other two look like young spiders in comparison to this. This is a giant spider in every sense of the word. Again, got these small arms underneath the mouth, with fingers and thumbs, double jointed thumbs that
Her mouth's gonna
bend
punch
quite
us.
roll me some initiative.
Us, God, you could save us now, Abigail. There's little spiders in the other room. But okay, yeah. That's -1. So I got 10,
Wow.
Okay,
and Kyle got a.
I got a
1.
2.
I'm gonna put you at the bottom, even though I haven't rolled any others.
That would be fair.
Yeah. Not a problem.
I knew I couldn't trust anybody whose name was that close to Abel.
Yep.
What did you get, Jesse?
10 total.
Okay, so it's Carla, Jordan, and then Jesse. Okay. Carla, you're up first.
Okay.
We don't need to worry about the back spider. It's too fat and can't fit through the tunnels.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I'm gonna use
see
my
next.
crossbow and shoot at the one that's here because it is the closest to me.
Yeah, and at present you can't see these ones there.
Yeah.
Sort of on the insides of this larger chamber.
Pew. Oh, that wasn't very good.
It's a 10. That's a miss.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go out there and say I told you guys from the beginning that she wasn't a normal human.
It's weird because these creatures, their one true weakness is steel chests.
Yeah, if I would have brought that, I could have smushed it. It's like a boot.
Is that it, Carla? Are you doing anything else? Or?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna move back a little bit.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
They're just gonna leave the big spider to me.
Well, I can't move you with me, so and you take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I would.
Even if I did, so I'll just leave that up to you.
Yep.
Okay, so this large creature that's beside you, Kyle, is
Yep.
it's going to take a bite at you.
Sure.
You see these huge mandibles as it stares at you, and it rolls a 7 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. And
Oh,
then
Abigail.
Then it's going to take a second bite at you,
Yep.
and this time it rolls a 15.
That hits.
Okay. So as you reel back from the first attempt, the second comes quicker than you're anticipating, sinking its teeth into you. Okay. Okay, so you take 3 points of damage.
All right.
Make a Constitution save.
Kane, I told you to get her out of here. Go.
Oh yeah, let me just grab her hand again.
Yes. The one attached to her mandible.
Okay, you feel like poison start to sink into your veins, but you manage to fight it off, regaining your composure as as this you sense they didn't quite deliver the full load.
Yeah,
I figured we may as well carry on. We may as well carry on the innuendo. We've come this far.
Yep.
Kane, you're up.
Okay. You know that scene from Lord of the Rings: Return of the King where the Mermakill, like the big elephants, come walking in, and Legolas does that cool thing where he goes up the back and slides down the trunk and kills all the guys on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a cool scene. Anyway, I'm going to pull up my axe and hit the spider. I was going to run right over here, right by my boy Ignis, because I'm a paladin, so hopefully it won't hurt me as much as it might hurt him. And I'm just going to wail on the thing and hope I hit it with my great axe.
Okay.
For its betrayal. That's 18.
That hits.
Nice. And that is up. And because I've got, again, my power to, if I roll a 1 or 2 on the attack, I get to roll again.
Nice.
6 damage. Plus 3. So 9.
Okay, the axe smashes into the back of the spider. You see it start to damage the shell, the outer shell of the spider. Still standing, still glaring at you.
On my attack, I forgot to add proficiency, so I actually had 20. Just throwing that out there.
As in?
Like as to be able to hit the thing, because I always forget to add proficiency bonus to it.
You still hit it.
Yeah.
25, you're up.
All right. Well, I am going to
get a better name.
Yes. No. I guess I'm gonna mark him as my hunter's mark.
It's her, and it's a little girl.
Oh yeah, her, the little girl Abigail,
Yeah.
and I will step out a little bit,
Okay.
take a nice shot of Patron, and then 15
That
total.
hits.
The
Nice.
+7 really helps there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
So that's 14 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to just sidestep back into
Okay.
a little bit more cover. And I'm gonna kind of face this way so I can keep an eye on, because I remember that there's ones in the cavern.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah.
Ignis.
Yep, Jesse, you have a +10 for your hit.
Where's that?
You said 14 and you rolled a 4.
No, you rolled a 10.
For your
plus-
first
No, I
damage
roll-
modifier.
I rolled a no, because the 4 is the
To
extra
try and hit the
bonus
thing,
from the
you
100.
roll
Oh,
a
okay.
15.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I rolled a 10. And a
I
4.
didn't. That was my bad. I didn't see the 10.
10 was the damage plus
Yeah.
4 for Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
I didn't see the 10 damage. Okay.
That's right.
No problem.
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna
What I'll
cast
do-
Burning Hands.
Okay.
The spider needs to make a dexterity check of 14.
It fails.
All right. I'm gonna.
Still reeling from the
Yeah.
arrow that shot it
All right.
from 25.
Yeah.
That is.
And the
Somebody
giant-
hitting it with the great
And the
axe.
giant axe that's just
Mhm.
extracted from his back.
3d6. 6 damage. I'm gonna
Okay.
spend 2 sorcery points to do that again.
Okay.
Good call.
Mm-hmm. So it needs to make another save of 14.
Okay, I was gonna say, does it have to roll again, or
Yeah.
Okay, this time it makes it.
All right. Half damage.
yeah?
Hopefully I get a higher roll.
So a bonus 3 still.
Okay.
You think burning hands would do a lot more damage than that?
I mean, it does 3d6.
Mm-hmm.
You're up, Carla.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and hit it with my crossbow again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I hit the shit out of it.
Nice.
Yep, natural 20.
Yep.
Net 20s. And it's a D6. Oh, come on.
And that was a 1.
You can double that.
I hit it for 2.
Okay.
That's why in my campaigns, when people get a crit, I let them re-roll for the second if they want.
Okay. Crossbow hits it. At this point, you can see that it looks a little worn. It's still standing, it's still fighting, but you can see that you're doing damage to it. At that point in time, the spiders that were waiting in this room come scuttling round the corner and head up to both of you guys. One is going to make an attack at you, 25. One at you, Carla.
Okay.
So the first one at Jesse is a 24.
Yeah, just barely, but yeah.
Yeah, I just realized, Kala, what's your character's race?
Half health?
Oh, okay.
Why?
And
Squid holder.
Because I need to add that to the descriptions of the videos.
Um,
Right.
and the one at you is a 16, Carla.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Jesse, you take 4 damage, and I need a Constitution save, please.
Okay.
And Carla, you take 3 and a Constitution save.
Okey-doke.
19.
Again, you sort of managed to fight off any poison that was heading your way.
12.
So do you, Carla.
Yeah.
Yay!
Nice.
High five.
Good work.
We are not nearly as dead as we could have been. Yay!
Yay!
At that point, this large spider is going to make a web attack at you, Ignis.
Okay.
So you need to make a Constitution save, please.
Sure. Be 11.
Yeah. So I think I need to make a ranged attack for a web, which, to be fair, was a 15. So as the web shoots out, it wraps around you, restraining you. To break through, you're going to have to make a strength check.
All right. Is that? Guess that's next turn.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and that will be at the end of your next turn.
All right.
And you, Kane, it's going to attempt to bite.
Oh man. Okay.
And it rolls a 21.
Oh gee, I wonder if that hits me. Yeah.
You take 6 points of damage from the bite, and a Constitution save, please, my friend.
Yep.
Okay.
That's 9.
And you take another 1 point of damage as poison sets in. It doesn't seem
How much damage did it do?
7 in total.
Okay.
As you feel the teeth bite into you, start to feel some poison. It doesn't necessarily
Teeth.
the mandibles. It doesn't necessarily affect you in any major way, apart from you feel it taking control of your body.
No, that's all it does.
Yeah, but you can fight against it. It's not doesn't feel like it's going to cause you any long term.
Tell it to my hit points.
Well, apart from that, Jordan, you're up.
Yay.
You're starting to
Alright.
get into character now. Yeah.
It's when he gets hit, I've noticed.
Yay.
As he gets hit, he turns into a grump.
That
No.
happens.
No, okay,
No.
I did 19 damage. Or
19
attack. I wish I did
damage?
19 damage. That'd be amazing.
How do you want it? No, that hits.
Yep. Okay. I'll take it. That's 11 plus 3. That's 14
That hits.
damage.
Oh, you
Nice.
hit and you did 14 damage. Okay,
Yeah. But yeah, I
Okay.
still totally did 14 damage.
nice.
Hell yeah.
25, you're up.
Well then, let's see. I would like to. Now, does ranged work in 5 like it did in like 3.5 and stuff, to where if it's next to me I can't use a bow and arrow, or is
I think
it
it's disadvantage.
Yeah, it's
disadvantage?
disadvantage.
I think.
It is.
Yep.
I think it's disadvantage.
Hey
I
guys,
was
can,
trying to change
can
my
anyone
contrast
confirm
on
if
my
it's disadvantage? No.
I can confirm actually. It is in
Yeah.
fact disadvantage.
Is disadvantage? Can confirm.
So then I guess I'll try and dagger this one in the face.
Okay.
As you do.
Yep.
You know, that's how I roll.
Well, you roll pretty low, but we'll see.
16.
That hits.
Nice. So that deals 6 damage total.
Okay. You plunge the dagger into his face.
Yeah.
Spider reels back for a second, and then
Nice.
comes back onto the attack. Ignis, you are currently restrained.
Right.
By
You got this,
webbing.
buddy.
Um,
All right.
so
Yeah,
you need to
let's-
make a strength check of 12,
Sure.
or do enough damage to break the web.
Hmm. And I'll roll, see if I can break it.
Okay.
I broke it.
Okay, you managed to force your way out of it. It is at the end of your turn, but you managed to force your way out of the webbing.
I was going to ask if that was an action or not.
Yeah,
I'm
so
I figured it is.
Yeah,
It's the
I'm
last,
pretty sure it
it's
is.
the last action of a turn, essentially.
Yeah.
So we're back to Carla.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the crossbow.
Okay.
15?
On the spiders next to you, or
Yeah,
No, on this one, the big one that I've been shooting at already.
Okay, 15 hits. I'm not sure whether that should be a disadvantage, but we'll say you've turned your back on the one that's hitting you and you're focused squarely on.
I mean, it did saunter back when Jesse hit it.
Yeah. We'll say there's enough room for
Yeah.
you to.
Uh, 3.
Okay. Your
Plus?
crossbow bolts
No, 3.
crossbow
Oh.
bolt sinks into the large spider. Anything else?
You don't
Nope.
have proficiency in that?
Pretty sure I don't.
Okay.
If you'd have thrown a loot at it.
Then, all right.
Okay, so we're back to the
But I thought bards had proficiency with crossbows.
Yeah, simple and martial weapons, I thought. Which would mean you add your dex to damage.
I didn't think I did, but all right, I'll take that.
I think that's right. I think what they're saying is correct.
Give me 1 second, I'll check
I
it out.
mean,
So
that's what Jesse was
then
doing the whole last
that's,
session. He was bard, so hopefully.
Yeah.
But I get a feeling
I've-
Jesse would have just added anything to it.
Yeah.
I haven't played a bard.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was Ricardo, wasn't it?
Ricardo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was doing
So yeah,
that.
proficiency, so 5 then?
In total.
Si- Proficiencies, simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, short swords. So yes.
All right, fair enough.
Okay.
But is she using a hand crossbow?
Yes.
That has been
There you go.
established.
So we're back to the spider's turn. This one, on seeing you break free of the webs, is going to attack you, Ignis.
Sure.
Really, I'd be effing terrified of him. You know how strong a spider web is? Holy crap.
With a 16.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, you take 4 damage, and I need another Constitution save.
Okay.
I've given up on trying to change all my camera settings on this. Roll 20 is stupid.
That's fair.
It's
What I
completely different
wonder-
on these settings than on my cameras itself.
Okay. So just the 4 damage on that one.
Right.
And the other one
what-
is going to be at you, Kane.
Of course it is. Let's see if I get dead again.
That's a natural 20.
That's 5.
Okay. Congrats. Ooh,
die.
okay.
I might be joining you soon.
You take 12 points of damage.
Total?
Yeah. And I need a Constitution save.
I already did. I already failed it.
Oh, okay. And you take another 4 points of damage. Sorry.
Hey guys, I got a -3 health.
Okay, so Kane drops back against the floor, propped up against the side of the tunnel, as these spiders turn to take another attack at one each at you guys. The first one is an 11 at you, Carla.
Does not hit.
Okay, and the second one is a 7 at you, 25.
Oddly enough, that does hit. No.
Okay,
Suddenly.
Yeah.
Kane, I need you to make a death saving throw, please.
To make sure I can hear.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, I
how it
failed the
works.
crap out of that one.
Okay,
Don't we have healing potions? Who has our potions?
Call. She took both of them.
You know what you must do. There were 3 of them, though. Who took the third?
She downs them. She anal chugs them.
I'm pretty sure I didn't take them all.
You took 2. I
Yeah, you said
remember.
who's gonna
I
carry
took
them, and I
2.
said I'm not gonna take them. And
You
you're like,
left
well, if
them
nobody
outside
else. She
and-
said if nobody else is taking.
No,
them.
I thought somebody
Yeah.
else took one and I took the other 2 because nobody
Yeah.
else wanted to carry them.
it's outside
was-
in the steel chest.
Yeah.
It was either Kane or Ignis who took the.
I didn't take any.
Yeah,
didn't
I
want-
didn't take it either. If I did, I would have written it down or
Yeah,
used
so
it
for
at that
any,
point.
Kala has them all.
All right.
Okay. 25. To you.
Oh god damn it.
I'm a paladin. I have like 20 healing powers. I'm too prideful to carry a potion.
And to use any of them.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, I use lay on hands when nobody's around.
Yeah, you do.
Makes it feel like someone else is healing me.
Okay, so I'm
healing.
Yeah.
I'm going to swear
At the
very
spider.
loudly at the spider, at fucking everything that's going on.
Okay, that spider runs off, petrified.
All right, first question. Kane's right in this square with Ignis.
Mhm,
Yep.
Yeah.
I make my way here, which procs 2 opportunity attacks.
Okay.
If you go down, I'm gonna laugh.
First one's an 11.
Why?
11 misses.
Second one's a 15.
Might as well.
15. My armor class is 15. So I
It
don't know if
hits.
That-
Yeah, it
so you
hits.
take 4
That
points
hits.
of damage, and I need a Constitution save, please.
Okay.
How come everybody else like it's like 4 points of damage? When I do anything, it's like Jordan takes 36 damage.
I
Yeah.
rolled a 20. It only does one C.
Kane gets hit by a car.
I rolled
17.
it. Okay, so you take what did I say first of all?
4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
so you
4.
take 4 points total. I rolled
Okay.
a 20 and then a 6. Sorry about that.
And I am going to use, where is it? Cure wounds on what's his nuts? Who's down?
Kane Mordred.
Yeah, Kane.
Yeah.
So 1d8 plus.
Is that enough to help me whenever I'm at,
Yeah, you go back to 0.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I'm not like dying anymore. That's good.
No.
Because my next roll, I was
I
probably
mean, when
going to
you
roll a
well,
one.
essentially when you die, you go to 0.
Yeah.
So any healing gets you back up.
So 8, 9, 10, 11. You got 11 health back.
So
Whoa!
you're back
nice.
to 11 rather than you're back to
Yeah.
Yes.
9 or 8 or whatever it is.
Oh wait, so
Right.
I'm back to 11.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
back to
Essentially, when
11.
you're down, you go back to 0.
Nice. I'm gonna get killed in the next hit. Because the last time he downed me, I was at 13.
Ignis, you're up.
right,
Well,
oh,
I still
you
have
can have a-
movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll just go to right there.
Okay.
So I'm backing up Collimore.
Don't want to run back to where you were?
And proc more. Yeah.
Technically, you wouldn't proc more attacks.
No, I know, but my dagger sucks balls. So
Yeah.
I'll
That's an awesome dagger. I wanna use
Yeah.
that.
I
Yeah.
don't remember writing that on the description.
I'll trade you a chest for it.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, it was in that chest.
It's really gonna help with lay on hands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Scott, I'm
well.
gonna do Burning Hands again.
Okay.
Nothing to do with my move, I promise.
DC check 14 on Dexterity.
Any
Okay.
burning effects.
Hopefully
is
it
from
fails.
Your own misdeeds.
Rolls a 13.
It fails. Awesome.
Lazarus.
Oh, I rolled.
Oh.
I just cut off the last
Wait.
number.
You rolled an extra
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just cut off the last one.
Just don't get
Ow.
the last one.
Yeah.
No, you should
15.
definitely have to. You should definitely have to roll them all again.
15. 15.
Kyle.
Kyle, you
Yep.
have exploding dice on or compounded or something.
Oh. No,
That's how that happened.
I don't.
How do you want to do this, Kyle?
Like hitting it.
So your
Oh, wait.
your hands.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I put my hand like right up to its mouth and just gets a fistful of fire.
Okay.
Clint
so you-
Eastwood film.
Yeah.
you
Well-
watch as the inside
Yeah.
of this spider starts to glow hotter and hotter as you can smell the burning innards of spider flesh.
Is
As
that
it-
what the rock is cooking?
Yeah.
Drops to the floor. Deed. And we're back
Oh,
to
shit.
Carla, unless you want to
References.
do anything else. Ignis?
I will. I'll move up there.
Okay. Back
Mm.
to you, Carla.
I'm going to shimmy this way.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do, what is it called? Thunderwave, I think is what it's called.
Yep.
Probably. Are you trying to knock them back 10 feet?
Well, it does damage and knocks them back 10 feet.
That would be Thunderwave.
That's a Pokemon move.
Yo. Scott, would you mind Xing off
13 to hit.
the giant spider?
If that makes you happy.
Yeah, just so we know it's dead.
I'm pretty sure we all know it's
Trying
dead.
to trick us. The X
True.
means that it's gone forever.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's got a plus sign on it. It's being healed.
So what's happening, Carla?
13 to hit on that.
That hits both of them.
Oh wait, no, I'm a liar.
No.
It's a Constitution save.
It's a con save from them.
Both of them. Okay, one's a 15, one's a 14.
Oh yeah, they both save.
So they both take half
Damage.
and no push.
I found the spell and brought it up,
Oh,
so I
alright.
figured it
I
out.
was then looking until I got called to put an X on my spider.
So half of 14.
Okay,
So 7.
thanks, mate.
No problem. I'm here to help.
Okay, it's their turn, and based on that, they're both going to take attacks at you, Carla. First one
that seems fair.
is a natural 20.
It seems
Wow.
natural.
That definitely hits.
Second one is a 13.
13 does not hit.
Okay.
Oh, look at me! I have armor.
Yes, I do.
I
No, you
technically
don't,
do,
Kane.
but I
Because
have
I'm a
negative
bard
one.
and I
do have
squish
armor.
you.
So the first one is 8 damage.
Okay.
We said
I'm
the
a
second one
paladin
didn't
that
hit,
makes
but I
armor
just
weaker.
need a Constitution save.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
That's
till
because
you-
I built my paladin around the story, not about what makes him OP.
I can't wait until you ever
17.
get your hands on some armor. Okay, so you just take the 8 damage.
I mean, like I said, I got leather. It's just that my dexterity brings it
It's
down.
-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're up, Kane. So you've got half movement to get back up from prone.
Okay. Is this just 5?
Yeah.
Cool. Then, and then I use which one am I going to use? I'm going to use Divine Smite. I'll do 2d8 radiant damage plus my normal damage if I hit.
Okay.
Or, well, I'll be on there regardless, so if I miss, I'll just do it again. So I'm going to roll. I believe that's a hit. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then, so my normal attack, which is my great axe, so this. Plus this.
Okay. So you swing the axe over your head and bring it down. You slice this spider in two.
Nice.
That's 22 damage.
And then two sides of it start to attack. No, this spider is dead. 25, you're up. Unless Kane has got anything else he wants to do.
How far did I move?
15, I think, which is
You
probably-
were.
Yeah, so I can't go any further. I was going to take one more step and then be able to hopefully, even if I die again, take some of the hits for the bard. But yeah.
Well, hopefully it shouldn't be an issue. Move to there. Mark this one as my new target.
Okay.
Shoot off an arrow at its face hole. 11. Probably won't hit.
Misses.
God damn it. And that's my wonderful turn.
Okay. Ignis, you're up.
Right. Let's cast Firebolt at it.
Okay.
I believe I need to roll for that.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
All right. Let me just check on dice roll for it.
1d10.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure. Uh, 4 damage.
Okay. Strike the spider, reels back in pain as the fire hits it. Carla, your turn.
Gonna risk an attack of opportunity to move back.
Okay. Rolls a 15
That hits.
and 3 damage with a Constitution save, please.
You're really pushing these con saves, huh?
Uh-huh.
No, they're
Although none of them
poisonous.
hit.
Yeah.
15.
What do you mean? I get hit by every one of them.
Oh yeah, good point. So yeah, just the initial damage as you move away behind Kane.
Yep. And then I'm gonna try and smack at it with my crossbows.
Okay,
23.
that will hit.
I think Will just fell down the stairs.
No,
Yeah.
we didn't. And then it's 2d8. No, it's not. It's d6. What am I doing? Looking at the wrong thing. 4.
Okay, he's still alive. He's looking pretty bad as it creeps forward to have an attack at Kane, who's directly in front of it.
Yeah.
And rolls a 15.
Yep, it's.
You take 1 damage. And you know what I need?
Yep. I already know it hit me again.
Oh, it hit you again. And that's another 4 damage.
Of course it is.
Hey, you're still up.
Yeah, I've got 6 health.
Well, good to know. It's your turn.
Good. I'm gonna kill it. As I ready it up, I'm also putting Thunderous Smite on it.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a bonus 2d6. So that was 2d12. All right, yeah, it's my normal attack, then 2d6, which is. Oh wait, no, I can re-roll that, can't I? So I'm gonna do that. First, I'm gonna re-roll this. There we go. And then I'm gonna add this.
Nice.
Okay, as you pull the axe up above your head, you slice down, slicing this spider in 2.
Yeah.
There's essentially now 4 halves of spider all laying on the floor at the same place. And you guys are out of initiative.
Also, whenever I hit it, it makes a 300-foot sound thunder during the hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're all deaf as well right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure because of the reverberation and echo of this cave that you knew that.
Yeah.
Causes a cave in, we all die.
The cave,
Yeah.
the cave is pretty sturdy. It's been here for a long time, but
Yeah.
you do hear some of the bones rattle and start sort of moving down at the end of the.
Good, because it also the dead spider also needs to do a strength saving throw or be pushed back 10 feet. Both halves of it.
Both halves separately.
This could take a while on roll 20 to find half a spider. Okay. What are you guys doing?
Well, you're right, Kane. That was indeed a trap.
Yeah.
So I assume we can get out the way we came in, right?
Do you have the relic?
There were the relic.
Well,
Wasn't there a blue stone that was able to teleport us here when we stepped into the circle?
but I assume stepping back the way we came would be the same as stepping into the circle.
Guys, there was fresh bodies in that big chamber down there.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that sucks for them.
They might have armor for you, Kane.
Okay.
I'm gonna slowly make my way into here and do a little perception check in here, see if there's any nifty things on the people or anything. Or
I'm gonna check. Nice search.
yeah, I
You
don't
know what? I
even
thought
see
there
the
were people
bodies.
in there, but there's not. Yeah.
I guess I was wrong.
I thought there
Yeah.
was a room down there. I want to
Kane's
search Abigail.
Yeah, Kane, your thunderous smite thing blew all the skeleton bodies over top the bodies.
Guys, I was wrong. There's no bodies in there.
But yeah, I'm gonna search Abigail, see if there's anything there, other than her spidery stuff.
Abigail the spider or Abigail
The spider that blew
the
up.
corpse?
I mean, I guess there's still like the whatever was left of little girl Abigail laying about. She undid the zipper, and there's like little clothes laying around. She has the pockets.
Yeah.
So, Jesse, as you're walking around in this big chamber, there's loads of blood, there's loads of skulls, there's sort of unsure footing as you're walking around. You notice that the corpse of the young girl is very similar in appearance to the Abigail that was showing you around. Jordan, as you search the corpse, nothing on it. It's a spider corpse. It's messy. There's lots of gunk and pus and horrible
What's it
stuff
taste
as
like?
you look around. Roll me a Constitution save.
Oh, I'm just asking. I'm not trying it.
I don't know. I've never sampled it myself. Jesse, you do find little bits and pieces scattered around the room. You
With
find.
a crit fail?
Oh, did you fail miserably?
I
Okay.
crit failed.
You find little
You
bits and
did.
pieces around the room, mainly bits of like leg, arm, a bit of bear fur.
Yum.
And after I've checked Abigail, I also want to head to that room to see what 25 is
Okay.
on about. Because he did tell me that there might be armor before he left, so I was like, yeah, I'll check that after I check young Abigail.
There's armor involved.
Uh-huh.
I'm there.
Well, I just need something to not get me killed in every hit. It's kind of hard to be the tank
Yeah.
of the party whenever I'm not a tank.
Yep.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do a little sneaky peek around the room, too.
I've just got a
Grab-
stock alert. It sounds like plate armor's just gone up in price. Actually, it's weird.
I hate when that happens.
Yep.
Seems to happen a lot. So I assume I didn't really find anything either. Didn't crit fail, though. I got a
Fine.
5.
You find a few bags, sort of loot pouches or coin purses. You find 50 gold, sort of in various loot purses around there. Maybe 2 or 3. You've found a
Did you say 50?
50. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Nice.
I'll be buying leather in no time.
Anyone else having a little look?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'll
ask. All right. I'm gonna head to the front, I guess,
Okay.
quote unquote, front of the cave.
Okay.
Back to where we came from. See if anything happens.
Okay.
Did we ever check the rest of that second room or anything?
Nope.
Carla, you.
That why? That was
What?
compounded,
Mm.
not regular. Hold on. It's a 6.
Okay. You
Mhm.
you find a bag, a large bag on the floor. You also find a smaller bag just to the side of it. As you open it up, it contains little wooden pieces, and they appear to be in the shape of a sun, a moon, a cloud, a lightning bolt, a snowflake.
I think this is like, leaked footage of the next Pokemon game.
Yep.
They often rummage around corpses.
I mean, he found sun and moon, and then something else that sounded like it was a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Cloud. That sounds like it could
Lightning,
be
Cloud.
lightning
Yeah.
bolt.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning Bolt's totally a Pokemon move.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Roll me some perception.
All this?
No, just Ignis, who's gone back to the front of the cave.
All right. That is gonna be
A long, long time.
14.
Okay, you reach the front of the cave. You take a step back to that threshold where you appeared. Nothing happens.
Yep.
You rummage around a bit on the walls, pushing sort of stones that you think might be loose. Nothing happens.
I want to go down now.
Okay. So as you head down there, roll me some perception.
Yup.
you see a blue rune on the wall in here, similar to the one that you stepped on when you were transported down.
I see.
Nothing else in here. It is just a fairly small room with this glowing rune on the wall.
Okay. I mean, I tell everybody that I think I found something. Oh no, she's back from the dead.
Oh no.
Okay.
Is that the rune?
Yeah, just
Let's see
over
what's
here.
happening.
Over here somewhere.
Oh, so the little girl flying onto the screen was
No,
just.
I just put it there just to annoy you.
I was seeing illusions of Abigail.
You have passed my challenge now. I will be your daughter forever.
The only character that other than Brian I care to remember the name of. Okay, my character's already got his hand out. He pushes the magic doorbell.
Okay. As you do, you vanish from the sight of these two and reappear back in the stone circle, slightly off to the side of where the initial rune is.
Okay.
Guess I will go ahead and do the same.
Yeah, I'll rune it up.
25, as you press it, you vanish up there as well. Ignis, you press it, nothing happens.
Huh.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You teleport upstairs as well.
I'm following everybody.
You all appear back in the stone circle. Sun's still shining. Rune still on the floor. You're standing just to the side of that initial rune.
Well, that was a thing.
Does that happen a lot to you guys?
No.
No.
Not
That's
really.
good. I'm
I
not
have
sure I
fought
was a big
spiders a lot. But...
Yeah.
You do seem to fight spiders a lot, Jesse.
I don't know why this is a running thing, but yes.
Roll me a history check or a nature check. No, probably a history check.
Who?
Anyone who wants to do it.
Is it? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Said nature,
History.
history.
You've got no idea what those things were. You know, they look like spiders, but you're not really sure.
Yes, I'll go ahead and roll.
There's spiders.
Again, you've never seen anything like that before either, Kane.
Oh, that was so close. On my screen, it was at the 20, and then it slowly drifted to the 8.
Ignis, you think that they weren't necessarily spiders because they had hands.
Well, I got a 10.
That's as much as you know.
I got a 12.
Yeah, you've never seen anything like it before either.
Okay.
Not anything that you guys have heard about. Certainly not anything that 25 has seen from his Underdark days.
25 runs in you guys. I think those were dragons. This freaking crit fail.
That's a lot of fucking crit fails lately.
Yeah.
It's like 3 or 4 this session. God damn it.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Short rest.
Well, I mean, we gotta
break.
get back to our wagon.
Yeah. I mean, get back to our wagon and short
Kane's
rest
chest.
/ break.
Okay. Okay. As you fight your way back through the bush, you get back to the side of the road. There's a trail leading off where there is no chest anymore.
I follow the trail immediately.
You walk about 3 yards, and behind a stone, you see the chest. Clearly, whoever was stealing it has left it because they realised it's just a big, pointless pile of shit.
Okay.
Your horse is still there. The wagon's still there. The
I
other
want to put
wagon
it back in the cart with my natural 20.
Of course, that's what you crit on.
Yeah,
You lift
of
it up
course that's my
one-handed and
natural
throw
20.
it, throw it back in the back of the van, back of the wagon. Van.
At this point, I'm determined.
To either sell it or see how far you can take it with us.
Pretty much, yeah, that's exactly it.
Yep.
I
You
want to sail it. Sail it? I want to sail into the water in it.
Yeah.
It's a boat.
you disappear, Jordan.
Yep, it's restarting.
Yeah, you're back.
You guys doing anything else?
I'm back.
Yes,
Oh,
you are.
Scotch glasses disappeared.
Yeah, but I can't see a thing.
Me either.
Out of one eye, I can see.
Oh, I just can't see.
I think Jesse.
Is
I
it?
am muted. What time of day is it?
It was about 3, 4 o'clock, I think we said when you were arriving. So it's maybe 5-ish. You know, only an extra hour or so it's gone past. You can see that the sun is still shining, but it's approaching the end of its.
We should probably find a place to camp for the night.
I would not disagree with that.
I mean, we could probably
Yeah.
sleep in the wagon.
Well, we probably don't want to sleep in the wagon here next to this other wagon.
Why? This is a safely populated area. People try and rob stuff here, and they just give up.
Well, they gave up because that chest, there's nothing in it, and it's heavy as hell.
Well, not everybody can roll a natural 20 whenever transforming the chest. But yeah, now it's almost like more of a curse, because at least whenever he was like, somebody took us, they'd be like, good riddance. But then it's like, well, you found it.
Yeah.
So now I'm stuck with it again.
Yeah.
I sense a theme happening here.
What, you mean me being stuck with the chest and no armor?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
dying every battle because I
You
have
could
0
take
health?
it into battle and just hide in it.
That's what I originally said I was going to do. I'm just going to freaking carve a hole in it and pop my head out.
Okay.
Or you just chuck it at enemies, because I'm sure that chest will do like 1d8, d10 bludgeoning
Open it,
damage.
get on all fours, put it on my back like a turtle. I'm going to crawl into battle and stab out of it with my axe.
I guarantee you that will be the first strength check fail you have when carrying that chest.
Yeah, it's going to fall on me and
Yep.
I'm going to get trapped in the chest.
For the rest of the flight. you'll be stuck underneath it.
Hey, well, I mean, that way he won't die. He'll have a giant shield.
Get in a chest, treasure chest.
What are you guys doing?
Well, apparently these guys want to do some camping, so
We should find somewhere not
You
as
get the-
conspicuous and go camp.
You get the feeling
Yeah.
maybe you're half a day or so away from Israelware, from your journeys and how long it's
Mhm.
was destined to take you is to be about a week. You get the feeling it's been
Yeah.
slightly longer than that, but
Yeah, Scott, you said it's about 5.
Mhm.
Can probably travel a few more hours and set up camp, right?
I mean, it's the horse we're worried about.
True.
Mm.
I mean, the horse just got a nice rest.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah. More or less.
All right. Let's go then.
We
Let's
need to
continue
invest on
on.
a camel.
okay,
Yeah, her hands look like a butt.
that's not her hand. Anyway, you
And
Said we
we're
are
banned
Twitch
from
streams.
I can still hear you, you know.
No one said you couldn't.
Yeah.
so you guys get back on the wagon.
Yeah, we
Um,
do. I mean,
It's impossible for 25. You load your giant chest up. You hear, as you put the chest on the back of the wagon, you hear the horse sigh.
no one has ever heard a horse sigh before
Yeah.
until now.
Wonder if it was the horse that moved the chest. He unbuckled himself, moved the
Got himself
chest.
out, got rid of the chest, and tried to hide it.
Yeah, then rebuckled.
Okay,
That'd be amazing. We're gonna find out like 4 episodes in, our horse is gonna turn into a little girl.
Or can talk.
If it can talk, it probably can grant wishes too. It's like that fish,
Yeah.
flounder,
guys
the
are-
Little Mermaid.
Yes.
you guys are heading out on your journey for a couple more hours and then finding somewhere to.
Might as well.
Yeah.
No, I'm not stupid. I'm sleeping in the wagon.
Okay.
I mean, why not?
Animal handling, please. Whoever's in
Right,
charge of
right.
the wagon.
That would be me, I believe. 3. Come on. There we go. 12 total.
Okay. So you set off for a few more hours journey. You travel until the sun is starting to set. Sort of get to maybe 7, 8 o'clock in the evening. As you do, you approach not a clearing, but you can see through the tree line a fairly open space to the sort of the west of the path, which looks like a suitable place to camp.
All right. Let's camp it up.
Doesn't
Sure.
look like there's any way of getting the wagon through the tree line unless you continue to travel.
I mean, it's up to you guys whether you want to.
I
At
mean,
the
I'm
wagon
just
or not.
sleep in the wagon.
I mean, Kane's sleeping in the wagon no
Yeah.
matter what.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys
I
doing?
already was asleep in the wagon. I went to bed.
So how far away would you say, or do we think we are at this point?
You were about half a day when you took another couple of hours. So, if you were to set off at 8, 9 o'clock the next morning, you'd get there by midday.
All
Something like
Scott's
that.
least favorite sounds.
Yeah.
I hear the fork hitting teeth.
Sorry.
Yeah, I say we
Yeah.
camp for the night.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm.
Regain
guys
some
have
I
hit
think we might
points.
as well.
Yeah.
You guys camping near the wagon? Are you heading through to the clearing? What are you doing?
I mean, if they don't wake me up, I'm just sleeping in the wagon.
I say we stay with the wagon.
It makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems fine.
Okay.
How
that case-
beat up is the wagon, by the way?
The wagon's not great. I mean, you weren't there, I don't think, when the wagon was delivered to these
No.
guys, but it was kind of the only thing that the town had to offer for their help.
Yeah.
There was sort of a paltry prize for doing their duty, and then I have also got a wagon and a
Duty.
horse,
Mhm.
and it was
Yeah.
it was a pretty old horse and a pretty beat up wagon.
Yeah.
And we tied Brian to the bottom of the wagon, not the horse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they're like
Yeah.
like the scene in Robin Hood Men in Tights, where he's tied to the horse and he slides underneath it.
Yeah.
Get everyone
Yep.
peed off. Oh, down there, I'd be more worried about getting peed on.
Well then, if there are any like cracks or tears in it, I'm gonna cast mending on them before I go to bed.
In the horse or the wagon?
The wagon.
So the wagon is a
Wagon.
low level wagon without a roof.
Low level wagon. Let's get it some experience
Yep.
points. Maybe we should have stole the other wagon and just fixed it up.
Or we could have stolen the top part of the wagon.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to turn back for another couple of hours, or?
Too late
Yes.
now.
Okay, so we take a
Yeah.
break here, and you guys can
Yeah,
Rest
sounds
up
good.
Sounds perfect.
see what the
Yeah.
night
I
brings.
like it.
Right.
Night's about to come.
We will be back in 5 to 10 minutes.
Sounds good.
Yay.
Why don't we always make a circle, Jesse?
I'm trying for a
We're
heart.
so bad at the heart.
Live.
What's the time?
4:33.
2-8.
Okay.
Yeah. Near the end of 2-8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back.
Yep.
Yay.
You found out the
Yay.
cost of an iron chest.
Well, you might have done, you might not.
Yeah. Well,
Found out what it should cost, not what Scott's
Yeah.
I'm
gonna.
not talking about
Prices-
this. Well, see, I'm not bothered with that because I do know one day I will be the DM again.
Prices for
Oh,
metal vary. There's been an influx of steel crates delivered.
Good thing this is iron, my friend.
Oh, that puts the price down. Sorry.
Did I say iron? I meant diamond.
You guys camp up for the evening, staying pretty close
Your
to
camp.
pretty close to the wagon.
Yeah.
Fairly uneventful night. You managed to drift off to sleep. The road is fairly busy, and you are sleeping beside it, so you do get ongoing sort of traffic. Is anyone staying up watching, or are you?
Well, I only have to trance, so I can
Okay.
technically.
Yeah,
Keep
Jesse
watch
just
while-
kind of meditates.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that mean your passive perception is ongoing?
Yes, which is 13.
Yeah. And I was already been asleep for 2 hours, so I've only got another 6 hours before I wake up.
Been asleep for days,
So as you
Yeah.
cuddling
approach
his iron
the
chest.
position, yes, if you approach the position to get into your trance, you look down and you see Kane cuddling the chest, the iron chest.
We're spooning.
The
Chest
night
is the-
goes
Chest is the big spoon.
night goes through fairly uneventful. Every once in a while, you're woken up by a wagon or people sort of passing through, but it's it's fairly reduced in terms of people don't tend to travel at night. But the morning comes round. 7-8 o'clock in the morning. You guys start to wake up.
Grab a brush, put a little makeup.
Roll a performance. No.
You wanted to.
Crit fail.
Your hair is a mess.
Oh, hey, it's not my fault. I never brushed it down. See what Serge has to say about that. I did all right.
It looks all right for considering.
Yeah, not bad.
You do
I know,
your
I was
best to
thinking
polish
just
your.
about
You do your best to get yourself ready in your plate arm. Oh, hold on. In the dented lid of the steel chest. You look presentable, considering you've been on the road for a few days and you've been fighting off giant spiders, and you have passed out once. The rest of you come to. I guess you get back on your wagon and start the remainder of your journey towards the city. Do you?
That we do.
Yep.
Okay. So as you head out, you see a sign. Israel, where it's you're approaching, and as you're getting closer and closer to the city and the signpost, you start seeing increased amount of traffic sort of heading out from the city. You cross over a river which has a stone bridge, quite a fast flowing river, and it's at that point you start to see in the distance the city walls, the white marble city walls of Israel where in there.
Now, when we pass over the bridge, do we have to pay the troll toll?
To get into the boys' hall.
Exactly.
What kind of campaign do you think this is?
Everybody thinks it's a song by Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Everybody roll initiative. No. As you carry on heading up, there's a number of sort of fields. There's a few roads leading off. There's, as you see signposts, you see that there's a number of towns dotted around the capital, as you would imagine. There's lots of smaller towns in and around the surrounding area, with signposts leading off to those. Israel is in the northwest part of Tehran. It's fairly sort of compact. It's right in the center of the top sort of corner of the continent, but surrounding it are a number of smaller towns. As you approach, you see a number of sort of a bustling, busy town scene as you begin to approach the gates. There's a number of town guards, all wearing armor. Kane looks on jealousy. There's
They all
There's-
have their own chests.
There's lots of races. You see all sorts of
White people.
all sorts of people, working together. There's just a fairly busy,
nice.
bustling town. As you approach the gates, a large half-orc steps forward, shouts, "Old!" putting his hand up in front of you as you bring the wagon towards him.
I speed up the horse.
Okay, so he looks at you. He's like, "First time in Israel."
Aye.
I like
No
to
way.
imagine this is the guy from Wizard of Oz that's watching the door. It like slides the thing open.
Yeah.
There's no wagons and horses in Israel unless you've got permission from the council. Do you have permission?
Yes.
Okay, can I see the papers, please?
Kane? I think you had the
Abel?
papers.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just sitting in the back. I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about.
No, we don't.
This guy is doing human trafficking. He brought me here against my will.
Okay. At that point, he puts his
Scott,
hand.
Scott, I'm gonna show him my scroll of pedigree
Okay.
and be like, "Is this enough?"
What is a scroll of pedigree?
Because I have a noble background.
Oh,
So it
Oh,
basically
yeah,
says
yeah,
I'm not
yeah. I
shit.
forgot about that.
Oh, shit.
He is going to take a look at it.
Pulling out the big guns.
Yeah. Yup.
Jesus.
He
Still
takes
got
a-
our
he
rest
takes-
25.
He does. He had put his hand on his sword as Kane had mentioned the human trafficking. He then takes he then takes the scroll off you and he looks at it. And he looks up and down. And he looks at you and he looks bad at it. You get the feeling that he might not be able to read. So he tells you to stay there and he wanders off to his colleagues. As you look around, you now notice that there's a number of guards. We're talking maybe 20 or so guards around this main gate. Inside the city, you can see numbers of sort of streets heading off in various directions, stone buildings. There's just a hustle and bustle about the town. As you look sort of straight down the main sort of road into the city, in the background you can see the keep of Israel, a big, large white marble building. As this fella comes back over to you, he goes, "This isn't a permission from the council to allow the horse in. Sorry," and he hands it back to you. What's your business here in Israel?
We need to
We got
talk
what kind
to.
Yeah.
Who's the guy we gotta talk to?
We gotta make friends with the big demon underground. So why would they put an illiterate guy on paper duty? That's like having a freaking blind traffic cop.
Maybe the certificate thing has like a symbol that he knows
You
the
need to
symbol.
see the names to know it's not. You can just make something up. We'll just go and steal one from somebody. We're going through.
Well, who are you here to see?
They're
Roll
the ones
a
in charge, obviously.
roll a. I guess
We're here to actually see the council because we need to talk to them about the Crimson Lotus.
Hmm.
As you say Crimson Lotus, you notice his hand
Yeah.
tighten on his sword.
Correct. They've been causing us some trouble, and we ran into a group of people that took out a group, and we need to talk to your councilman at once. We think that there might be some demonic activity afoot.
Okay, roll me a. What are you doing? You're.
Persuading him?
Yeah.
That's the word. I could only think of
Yeah.
perception, and I realized it wasn't that.
You
That
were
is,
close.
that is 18 plus 2.
Okay.
Nice.
You watch as his hand lightens on his grip, lightens on his sword. He's like, okay, you can put your awesome wagon over there, and then we'll take you to the lieutenant.
I'll proceed to park the wagon and horse over where he pointed.
Okay. As you
I tell him I need a team of men to carry my chest.
I put on the
No,
emergency brake.
I'll just leave it there.
Okay.
If somebody takes it, it's their problem.
So you leave the wagon. You leave the steel chest in the wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys walking away?
I clicked the little
Boop, boop.
alarmy thing on
The key fob.
Yeah.
Okay. As you go to step away, 25, this little child pulls on the back of your armor. He's like, "Oi, mister, that'll be 2 gold."
It's a spider. Oh.
I will.
Does 25 have 2 gold?
I do have 2. I'll toss him 2 gold.
Okay. He puts it in his pocket.
And
Why
runs
did you
off.
give that child 2 gold?
He said it was 2 gold to park there.
The guard told you could already. A kid just walked up and
At that point, you see the child walking off or running off in the distance down into the city.
I shoot him with a crossbow. Not really. I don't do that.
Do you even have a crossbow, or is it in the
do.
chest?
I have a short bow. I've got a light crossbow. I got
You didn't leave that in the chest?
another light crossbow.
He has all the bows.
Yeah, I got like everything.
Nice.
So, like I said, Kane is literally wearing a skirt
Yeah,
of weapons.
The Iron Throne.
Yeah.
26 shards. It's great.
And they all came in really handy because he just uses the giant axe.
Yeah. Does the most damage.
Well, I tried to get a long sword, but he brought the prices up. A great sword, or whatever it
It's
was.
weird how that happens. I don't know if I brought the prices up or other than they were the prices.
Well, then you brought my money down.
Something occurred.
Yep.
So as you walk back over, the half orc leads you off towards a large stone building. It's built into the side of the city wall. You get the feeling this must be some kind of barracks. As you go in, there's a group of guards in. You can hear them talking, chatting, and you can hear sort of banter between them. He leads you to the left, and he knocks on a door. There's a voice. Enter. This half orc opens the door and gestures for you guys to enter. As you do, sitting behind the desk is a human. His armor is pristine. It's absolutely sort of polished. You can see yourself in the reflection as you walk into the room. His hair is absolutely perfect.
I would recognize that armor made from a chest anywhere.
The half orc goes. These people have got some information about the Crimson Lotus. And he gestures for you to sit down. The man behind the
Yeah, apparently they're at my house.
behind the desk. They've got loads of dogs.
I'll be back. I'm going to see who's ringing my doorbell.
Sure.
Okay. I take it you guys sit down. There's only 3 chairs, so I take it you guys sit down. I'm presuming Kane is happy to lean on the wall.
He's gonna lean and mope anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah. Why not?
So as you guys sit down, this middle-aged man or slightly younger, he clearly looks after himself. He goes, "My name is Lieutenant Dalras Armando. Horgob tells me you have some information about the Crimson Lotus."
Yes.
Okay.
And I go on to explain him the story of how we exited the cave and the group of mercenaries killed the Crimson Lotus that had kidnapped us, and then tell him the plot of resurrecting the demon and also the assassination attempt.
Okay. What do you tell him about the assassination attempt?
That there was one. We didn't get the date, did we? Or like around the time.
Roll me a. What would it be? Would it be an insight or history for you to try and rack your mind to remember what you read or heard?
It'd probably be because it's not
his-
something he learned about. It's something if he experienced it, it'd be insight. But if it was something that he just learned about, it'd be history.
You
Yeah.
can choose. You can choose either of those two.
I'd almost even say a wisdom save.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do insight
Okay.
because I have a higher bonus than that.
Well done.
That'd be a 9.
Okay, you know that there's a banquet happening. It was 3 weeks when you left Ardington, and it's taken you a week to travel. So in the next couple of weeks, you know that there is a banquet happening in the city.
I tell him, yeah, it's during a big banquet that you guys are having soon.
Solstice.
Oh. The council gathering, you mean?
Yes, yeah, that.
Okay. And who is the target of this assassination?
Can you remember that?
Nope. I was too busy brooding as I leaned against his wall with my arms crossed.
Funny that I'm the only one that wrote it down, and my character's the only one who doesn't know.
Who wasn't there?
Yeah.
I mentioned this like 6 times.
Seems
You
legit.
did. Yep.
I mentioned this like 6
seems
times
legit.
in the lead up to every single thing we've done.
Yep.
Knowing well that no one was writing it down.
Correct.
Armando was like, okay.
I mean, I know he's a higher up, like real high up. Maybe not. I think it's like lead council member.
Was it Datos Eldon?
Nope.
Okay. I mean, I'll pass this information on to the captain, but I don't know how much use it will be. Do you know what the assassin looks like? Do you know the assassin's name? Do you know anything anything else? Okay. Thanks very much.
But yeah, I
So you
can't write
mentioned-
anything down. My intelligence and history and everything are all 0. So it'd be weird if all of a sudden I started remembering everything.
So what did you tell him about the Crimson Lotus?
So basically, we walked in and said something's gonna happen at some point.
Something might occur because reasons?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Trying to resurrect a demon, very big and powerful demon.
Okay, what was his name?
The demon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started with an
Yeah.
O. Is that right?
It was Atriox, king of the
No.
witch people.
At that point, his pristine look starts to look a little deflated as he looks around the room and just sees you like sort of trying to convey some information to him, but doing a terrible job.
Yeah.
He's like, you're not making this very easy for me.
You're doing great, Ignis. Keep it up.
Yeah.
And that's only one half of the reason we're here.
Roll me another insight.
Well, that's one half the reason I'm here.
The other half is I'm concerned by the amount of giant spiders that try and challenge me to boxing matches.
Oh, that's
you
great.
crit failed.
Yep.
He's like, okay, Crimson Lotus. So you ran into some mercenaries who told you about the deal that the city's been setting up with them.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that something you'd be interested in?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for every bit of insignia that's brought back to us, we pay 10 gold.
Right.
The Crimson Lotus, their reports of their movements, their numbers seem to be swelling. They seem well organized. They seem motivated, but we don't know what this motivation is. You telling us about a demon doesn't mean anything to me. Maybe the captain will.
It will if they summon him.
Yeah, that. I think his name begins with an O. That.
He looks up into the distance. He's
Yeah.
like, oh.
Oh. It,
Oh,
I keep
it's
thinking-
magic.
Optrician, the
Yeah.
Doctonator.
I keep thinking Oryx, but I don't know if that's right.
Oryx
I think we
the
should just keep
Demon.
making up characters and saying they're attacking.
That means nothing to me. Maybe the captain will be able to
Maybe.
help with this.
Lutger, the body mutilator.
Okay. So normally with these things, when we get reports of activity, we'll let you know as to where it is.
Durax, the Impaler.
We'll send you out to hopefully deal with the Lotus. Do you have somewhere you're going to be staying?
We just arrived in
Yeah, we just
town.
arrived.
Okay. So there's a few places that offer lodgings. Obviously, it's a big city. There's lots. The ones we tend to recommend are the Ravishing Shrew. That's in the east part of the city. It's quite upmarket. It's for the nobles amongst you. We've got the Fermenting Barrel.
Sounds like a disease.
We've got the Giddy Pickle,
Sounds like a disease.
which also has the brewery allocated to it. And we have the Black Beholder.
I'm not even going to comment on that one.
And he gives you sort of directions to all of them. He asks you to let him know where you're staying, so they can come and find you if they have any more information. Especially once he's spoken to the captain. So in case the captain has any more questions about the assassination, and be able to probe any more information about that or the demon. He says he'll take the information to the captain.
Yep.
And if you can let him know where you'll be staying, he'll come and.
Which
he'll
is
come
the
and find you.
cheapest?
The cheapest is the Black Beholder, but I mean that's the cheapest for a reason.
Is that like
And-
the slums?
It's
Or-
if the Ravishing Shrew is where the nobles go,
Right.
think the complete opposite.
So it's the underground. It's not even the slums.
It's not. We recommend it because it's cheap.
But would you
not because
say?
it's-
You can find us in our wagon.
Well, would you say the Black Beholder is in the red light district?
Would
we
you
don't-
say it's so bad that they'd pay us to stay there? Preferably in plate
looks-
mail.
He looks you up and down. He's like, it's not that bad. The Israel doesn't have a red light district.
Right.
What's a light? No.
all of those activities are licensed at establishments that are above board.
Right. So where would be the closest one to the cheapest place besides the Black Beholder?
He scratches his head.
Yeah.
What's the second cheapest?
Yeah,
I think they're looking
second
for the
cheapest.
middle ground here.
Yeah, middle ground.
No, we want cheap. We don't want middle ground. Middle ground still means cost.
We want
Well,
slightly
Well, then we
below
already know
middle.
which the one the cheap one is.
yeah, he's like, if it was me, I'd be suggesting the Giddy Pickle or the Fermenting Barrel. Both have nice ale.
How much does it cost to stay here in these barracks?
You can't stay here unless you join the Sea Guard.
I pretty much am. We're going hunting for. Oh, okay.
He's like,
Do I get
and
the
as for that-
armor if I join the city guard?
You'd have to obviously pass a few tests.
I'm interested.
Okay. Tell me where you're staying, and I'll make sure we get you the appropriate form. As for the
Barracks.
red light district, I don't frequent those establishments, so I can't really offer you too much help. The only one I've heard of is Jacinta's House of Pleasure.
Right, you got my interest.
Fermented pickle it is.
Oh, that's the other one. No. Okay. So you realise that one was called the fermenting barrel, the other was called the giddy pickle. So you're
Yep.
going to neither of those.
Correct.
Okay.
Because I already told him I'm sleeping in the wagon.
Okay.
Is yeah, I ask him.
I
which,
just walk out. I walk to the
place,
giddy
yeah.
pickle.
I follow Saria.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely need to get back into character.
Yep.
Okay. So he's giving you directions to most of these places. As you leave the town watch, just before you go, he goes, so you don't know anything about the appearance of these assassins or assassin?
No, sorry, we seem to have lost that information on our way here.
Do
Yep.
you know who paid for him? Who set him up?
I kind of look over at Ignis. Waiting for him to say something, or blame him, whichever happens first. But no, I look over at Ignis.
You lot are the best stroke worst.
We are great.
At that point, he just shakes
I'm trying to keep my character as much into the character I made.
At that point, he shakes his head and just closes the door. Let me know where you're staying and enjoy your time in Israel as he slams the door behind him.
I don't think we should tell him where we're staying.
His hair was perfect when you walked in, and you can see that he started to pull down his face a little bit.
True. I mean, not really too surprised. The one who was giving him the information was literally a fiend talking about resurrection of a demon and assassination attempt.
He makes a valid point.
Yeah, you sense that maybe they'll be keeping an eye on you based on your first impression.
That's why we're not telling them where we're sleeping.
Well, they kind of know where I'll be.
Yeah, he'll be at the Horde Inn.
Yep.
Which is, I assume, how people would pronounce my name in Spanish.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Hold on.
Hold on.
The Horde Inn. Well, I think Ignis has his own mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm, of course, going to an armorer, even though I know in my mind what's going to happen. My character wouldn't. So he's going to an armorer.
Okay.
See the prices of things.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Excuse me.
Going to the giddy pickle, I guess.
The pickle
Yep.
place.
Okay, so you guys head off to the giddy pickle. Do you tell these two where you're going, or?
Yeah, I assume we'd say.
Okay, so you head off to the north of the town. It's quite a way into the city, but as you approach it, you see this wooden building. To the left of it is sort of like looks a bit like a warehouse, but you can, as you get close, you've been walking through the streets. Some of them smell a bit dodgy. As you get closer, you can start to smell the brewing of ale, and you guys head off towards that. Ignis, what are you doing?
Going to the pleasure house.
Okay, so you head off to the the rough directions you've been given towards the west of the town. And as you follow the directions as best you can, you start to approach, and there's this large red brick building with an iron wrought fence in front of it. Standing outside is a large burly man in some
Little dudes.
some fairly noble attire. It looks, as you look up at it, you see in the windows, you see sort of silk red curtains. What are you doing?
And slowly make my way in.
Okay. If you approach the gate,
Yeah.
the guy looks down at you. It's like, have you been here before?
Nope, first time in the city.
Okay. You need a shirt if you're going to come in here.
That sounds
I mean-
counterproductive.
Doesn't my leather count as a shirt?
How do you put it on?
Yeah, I'm wearing leather armor.
Okay. The last thing I remember, you were walking around shirtless.
No, that was before I got leather armor.
Okay. All your weapons you're gonna have to leave inside in the safe box. We'll have no trouble in here, mate.
Sure.
Okay. And he
I know how
opens
these
the
things
door.
work.
He opens the door. As you walk in, there's a tiled room with large steel crates dotted around it. There's a quite a large female in there. She points at a chest and tells you to put your stuff in there.
Right, I do. Do these chests look like the same one that Keen has?
They're quite similar, yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe not quite as large. I mean, they're still large enough to hold weapons and items,
Right.
but
That's right, strippers. Mine's larger.
and more cavernous.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna what's the lady doing? Is she just like taking my weapons?
She's asking you
them-
to put your weapons in the chest.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay.
How
then
many
she-
chests? How many chests are in the room?
There's a number. There's some smaller sort of
Just one pair.
pigeonhole type things on the side, but there's maybe 15, 20 chests sort of around the room.
All right. I was gonna ask her if she wanted one more, but I guess they probably have plenty.
They look like they've got enough, and these chests
Mhm.
are pristine. You know, the one thing you noticed about this is this looks like quite a regal building.
Right.
You know, the outside looked good. You know, the guard outside was in pretty formal attire, and as you've walked in here, this place is sort of tiled floor, and you know looks pretty well kept.
All right. Yeah, I empty out my weapons.
Okay, so she
Your
puts your
chest.
weapons on the side. She starts patting you down.
Yep.
Okay, she doesn't find any more weapons because you've put them all in the chest. I take it.
Yep.
Okay,
She finds a club in his pants.
that'll be 20 gold to enter.
Sure thing, my dear.
Okay, as you say, my dear, she kind of glares at you a little bit, and then I take it you hand over your gold.
I do.
Okay, as she opens the door to let you in, the room just opens up. It's really plush furniture. It's really busy in here. There's females walking around in sort of evening wear and gowns. There's men in like proper formal attire. They seem
Is
to be
that their
sitting down.
stripper outfit? Oh.
They seem to be sitting down, eating. They're, drinking. There's sort of females sitting beside males. They're laughing and joking. There's some card games going on in the back. To the left is a long bar with a couple of females serving behind it. But it's a proper regal establishment.
Ah, home sweet home.
Kane,
How I've missed you.
Kane, what are you doing?
I went to an armorer.
Okay. So you didn't get any directions to an armorer, right?
No,
Are
I
you
was just
kind of-
wandering around
kind
till
of
I
just
found
wandering
one.
around. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're wandering around for a bit. It doesn't take you too long. I mean, the town, instead of being set up of sort of a commerce region and so on and so forth, it's kind of just a mix and match of various things. There's houses, there's the odd stall, there's shops, there's a bit of everything thrown into as you're walking. Eventually, you come across a blacksmith outside. And there's a sign that says Galvin's Blacksmiths.
Okay, I walk up to it and I ask him how much his heavy armor is.
Heavy armor, what kind, mate?
What kind do you make, Galvin?
We've got half plate, breastplate, scale mail, and in the heavy we've got ring mail, chain mail, splint, plate. What do you need?
How much is splint?
That'll be 400 gold.
Of course it will.
Double.
Yeah. How
Although
much is,
everything here is pristine, so I imagine everything's going to be super expensive.
how much is chainmail?
That'll be 400 gold. No, that'll be 150 gold.
Figured as much.
Yep.
Have a great day, Steve, and I leave.
Okay. So do you want to keep wandering around? Do you?
No, he's pretty much convinced that this town's just a giant ripoff. So then I go back to try and find where the rest of the crew is.
So you
I
head off
almost,
in the.
I almost passed it up because I'm looking for a place called the Rotten Sausage before I remember the name when I see the sign.
You head into the same place just for a different entrance to where Ignis is.
That would be
You,
hilarious.
That would
What,
be
the
great.
other side of the building's called
Yeah.
the Rotten Sausage?
You head off back towards the directions you were given for the Giddy Pickle.
Yeah.
As you two arrive at the Giddy Pickle, smell of beer brewing is overwhelming as you walk in. It's thankfully it's at the stage where it smells like beer rather than like the vinegary process that happens before that. And it's you know, it smells sweet. It smells almost, you can taste it on the tip of your tongue as you walk in. As you look to the back of the bar, there's a gnome standing behind the bar, or standing on the bar, polishing the wood.
See him?
She's standing on the bar. There's an array of sort of barrels, kegs behind the counter, all stamped with a pickle. There's a large number of people in here as well. It seems popular.
Okay.
Yeah, walk up to the bar, and see about getting rooms for the night, or a room for the night, or
She's like, hello, my dear. What can I get you for?
Then he'd glare at them for saying dear.
no. We've come to seek lodging.
Okay. How many of you is there? How many rooms do you want?
Well, it depends on the price of the rooms. There's 4 of us.
They're only 2 gold each.
I will have my own room, please.
Okay.
I'll have a room as well.
Okay. Do you want any more? Or is that it?
The
We've
other
got
2 will
plenty.
be along.
Yeah, we've got plenty. So she hands over 2 keys. She's like, "Can I get you any food or drink?"
I'll have your finest beer. It smells like you make some damn good beer.
Oh, we do, love. What's your tipple? What do you fancy?
Maybe a dark bitter ale.
Okay. So she looks up and down. She wanders along the bar towards where sort of there's little ladders stepped up towards each one. She wanders over. She gets a tankard. She fills up with this really dark ale, almost sort of stout in color, and she brings it back over, slams it down. So that'll be a gold, please.
Sure thing.
I
After
thought you
all
were
the
another
gold.
broody character, Jesse.
What?
I thought you were another broody character. You're like getting really happy
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, because he's got beer.
Yeah.
That's how you fight the brood.
Yeah.
This you do notice as you're doing this gnome has got a really big smile on her face, just literally constantly throughout the whole thing. And what can I get you, my love?
Whatever you would recommend.
Okay. So she looks round and she goes down underneath the counter. And you hear her filling up a
So,
glass. She brings it back up and she slams it on the counter.
Australia.
Like, that'll be on the house, love.
Oh, thank you.
My pleasure. Go and grab a table, and if you want any food, just give me a shout.
We will.
This place is busy. There's no music or anything going on. There's just a lot of people in here, especially for sort of midday-ish. You know, there's a few people eating, but there just seems to be people drinking in here. It's it's quite a busy place. As you look at the bar, around the back of the bar, you see some stairs heading up and round, which is sort of where she pointed for the accommodation. And then to the left, you see a door heading down, which you can only assume is into the warehouse area of the sort of brewery type location that you saw before.
So how close am I to the place?
You're approaching. You sort of walked in an opposite direction, and now you're wandering back. Ignis, as you walk in,
Scott and Kyle are about to have some fun role play in a minute.
Yeah, they are.
as you walk
Zip.
in, I throw up.
Jed is vomiting somewhere.
As you walk in, standing behind the counter is a man.
Jed
in
calls a
top and a hat.
disturbance.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like Han Solo at the cantina.
Yes.
Jed shot
He's even
first.
doing like this deal. Hi, Sits.
So as you walk in, there's loads of people around. There's a bar over to the left. There's a couple of waitresses behind the bar. What do you do?
Starts jacking off right there in
No.
the middle of the room.
So right now I'm just like more or less like a big open dining hall.
Sorry,
What you would say?
I've just read my notes and it says the ladies appear to be wearing evening gowns, not the lingerie. Anyway, yes, it's almost like a sort of a, I guess like
Slumber
a
party.
Yeah, pretty much. It's very similar to where you grew up,
Right.
but it's just far more fancy.
Right.
Are there other
Nice.
incubi wandering about?
Not that you can see. It looks very, there's lots of races, but doesn't appear to be any incubi that you can see around.
I assume that's what plural is.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Incubuses sounds just weird.
Yeah, you'd have to just say incubus at most. Other
Yep.
incubus.
Yeah. I'll go over to a table, sit down, kind of.
Okay, so you head over
Look
to
around.
the table. Yeah, as you head over to the table, you sit down. There's lots of men and sort of females sitting together. There's groups of men and women sort of sitting together, all laughing, chatting. Roll me some perception.
All right.
Roll for penetration.
Okay, as you look round,
20.
as you look around, you don't see any of the stuff that you would have seen in the area that you grew up. You don't see any nudity. You don't see any kind of sexual activity going on. It's just people sort of sitting around chatting and having a laugh. As you as you sit down and look over at the bar, one of the females behind the bar comes over. She's a half elf, wearing sort of like an evening gown. She walks over and she's like, "What can I get you?"
I'll take an ale.
Okay. House or do you want something more upmarket?
I'll take the house for now.
Okay, so she wanders off. You see her pour the beer out. As you look over to your right, you see in the distance a beautiful female. She's human. She's about 5'5". She's wearing this red gown, cleavage on show. You see these blue eyes that sort of meet your eyes. As she does, she smiles. The beer comes back over the waitress like, "That'll be 15 gold, please."
Sure. I give her 15.
Okay, so she takes the gold and she wanders off. She's like, "If you need anything else, just let me know." Wanders off behind the bar, goes back to talking to her other female. At that point,
a house beer. Holy shit!
at that point, the other female that you spotted is now literally standing beside you. She's like, "Can I join you?" And she says it. She says it. Her hand sort of brushes over your shoulder.
It's a dude. I'm calling it now.
Sure, be my guest.
Okay. And so she sits down and she starts some small talk. She's like, where are you from? What's your name?"
My name is Ignis.
"Oh, that's an unusual name."
But, well, I'm from a unusual place.
"Oh, really?
Mhm.
I like your wings." So she brushes her hand down them.
Thank you.
So, what are you doing in Israel? Where? Uncomfortable.
Why? I'm
go
just
with
just watching it happen unfold.
I
I'm
meant-
imagining
Yeah.
it in my mind.
I meant because of the erection I've got.
Yeah, why?
Anyway.
I've got one too.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. What are you in Israel where for?
Bit of adventuring, but kind of liking it here.
Oh, you like what you see, do you?
Yeah, I like this place. I like you.
Okay, my name's Amanda.
Yeah, because she's a man.
Amanda.
Duh.
She like pulls as you look around the room. She pulls your chin towards her, so she's making eye contact with you, and she's like, "Is there anything else you want?" Wink.
Subtle as a sledgehammer.
Yeah. Scott just wants to get this over with.
I am enjoying
Was
this.
not him
I
down
want
with
to
the
turn
rest of the beer.
I can't wait for round 2.
Well, luckily for you, Kyle's going to be classy now, and he's going to turn it into a full 20-minute date.
Everybody go get
Okay.
popcorn.
Yep.
I'm putting my whole experience of visiting like 2 strip clubs into this. This is exactly how it played out.
Yeah, they walked and talked to you.
Yeah.
Lady gets straight to the point.
I've never been to
Like
a club,
that?
so I don't know.
So, I'm guessing there's
Depends on plenty
more
in depth.
private areas upstairs, or
Yeah. So what if you want to spend the night, you have to go and speak to Yuri out through the back, and he'll give you the room key, and I'll meet you there. Just tell him that you want to see Amanda.
sure, I will do that. But it's I mean, I just got this ale. You wanna share? We can.
Yeah,
Talk-
she pulls
talk
it
for a
as you're
bit.
talking. She pulls it out of your hand. She sort of drinks a fair amount of it, more than you were expecting this slight female to drink.
Right.
As she pulls it away, there's a like, sly grin on her face.
Mhm.
And she puts it back down on the table.
All right, yeah, I'll chug the rest, and then
Okay.
as I'm getting up to leave, I'll give her a little peck on the lips. Say, "I'll see you soon, sweetheart."
She's like, okay. So you head out. Head out through the back. As you get to the back, you sort of as you look at this room, there's staircases that go up and round sort of the back of the room. Underneath that staircase is a
Two people.
basically a passage passageway. There's a passageway down to the left, and then there's a doorway leading into essentially an office. So you wander following her directions into that office. As you get in there, there's a gnome standing on a desk behind a counter. There's iron bars that reach up from this counter to the ceiling. He's standing behind it. You wander in. He's like, "What can I get you for?"
Yes, I'd like I just met with Amanda and like to have a room with her.
Amanda, good choice. That'll be 600 gold, please, for the night.
Damn, it's a bit out of my price range.
Ignis immediately gets a job and spends the next 4 sessions.
What you can't stretch to 600?
No, but how about a deal?
He's like, "Hold on a second," and he
And he pulls out a
grabs
golden violin.
he grabs a book and he starts looking down. He's like,
Fiddle.
"Well, I mean, we've got Tina, but I mean, she's going to be busy for the next hour or so, you know. But then
Right.
she'll be free. I mean, she's not quite up to Amanda's caliber, but you know."
Right. How much is Tina? Just wondering for a reference.
I love the idea of somebody like talking to a stripper the whole time, going in the back to try and pick her up, and then leave with a different chick.
350 gold.
I just like the idea that he's like wading through the bargain bin, like to try and find us.
One that's cheap enough.
Uh-huh.
I just want to spend time with a lady.
Yep.
As he says 350 gold, he senses that these maybe still a little bit steep for you.
I wish the freaking armorers would do this for me when I was like,
He's like, "Oh, okay. You could go out. You could go out the back room. You know, we've got some girls down there. They're a bit cheaper."
That's known as the
Yeah.
what was it? The something sausage.
yeah, the rotten sausage. I think.
Yeah.
Rotten sausage.
Yeah.
That's our sister club.
I'll keep that to consideration, but have a possibly slight offer for you.
Okay, hit me with it.
Or are you looking for
Don't say that.
any more help at the moment? My past life, I actually worked in an establishment quite like this. It wasn't as nice. This is beyond imaginable.
I love how these are the moments that
Mhm.
Kyle's the best at improv acting, is being in a strip club.
Weirdly, I don't like it. He looks you up and down.
I mean, I as I was glancing through, I did tell you guys have quite an assortment of what customers were like, but didn't see you didn't have any.
Good with my
Incubi.
hands, good with my map.
No,
Could
we
be a
don't
fair catch. I mean,
we don't get many around here, and to be honest, we don't get many female clientele. You know, there's a few male clientele that are into that sort of thing. Is that kind of thing you're looking for? Would you be willing to head down that road?
I think they'll be the ones heading
Would you
down.
be
the
That'll be
road.
even more fun for Scott to RP.
Would
You,
you be willing to? Would you be willing to take that path?
you give me a night with Amanda, and I'm all yours.
I'm not sure we can make it work that way. It'd probably need to, you know, earn the credit before you
Pay the debit? Oh.
yeah.
In other words, you got to take a night in the mud before you get showered with.
And honestly, we
He doesn't want to get
I'm
showered by her. That's disgusting, Jesse.
I'm surprised that they let you in.
Who wants
Normally
to
we
shower
ask
her?
for a dress code, you know.
Oh, well, I mean, they asked me for a shirt, but apparently leather armor counts
Well,
as a
normally
shirt.
we don't. Normally we don't let. You must have. I don't know. Normally we don't let it in here. I mean, look around.
Yeah. I did see, but you know, with wings, shirts kind of aren't that comfortable.
Yeah, it's unusual. I mean, we've got a dress
Yeah.
code, but
True.
you know, you're in.
I mean,
You're in out.
Mhm.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
we don't necessarily need work. You know, I mean, it depends what you're willing to do and what your skill set is, really.
like I said, skill set worked in establishment quite like this, so know the ins and outs. You know, when you come in, put your weapons away, except for that important one.
Get your weapon out, you fool.
Phrasing.
So much freezing in like a single freaking sentence.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep.
Oh my god, you guys.
Unsheath your weapon.
Mhm.
Place it in the box.
Yep.
Well, he's got to make the money first.
You know, we haven't really got the clientele for it, to be honest. You know, what else can you do?
Can
I said what?
can boss? I can clean. I mean, I pretty much more or less did everything in my old job.
Places.
Yeah. Can reach those chandeliers, give them good cleaning up top.
A good waxing. Oh.
Yeah.
At that point, a large man walks in, bald, little goatee beard, kind of walks past you, takes out a bag of gold, puts it on the table. He's like, I'm going to take Amanda and Vanessa, please. Gnome holds his hand up to you, starts counting the coins. He hands over a room key, and off he goes.
Should see if he's interested in a foursome. Come on, to be 3 people now.
Is that, look, mate, I haven't really got any work for. Maybe if you come back, later, then if you're staying long, we might have something for you. But right now, we haven't really got anything. If it's companionship you need, and you can't afford these prices, head down the corridor there. I'm sure you'll find someone who suits your needs.
Possibly, but I mean, I did. Well, when I first.
That Amanda, she grows on you, eh?
Yeah. I mean, yes, but when I first
Especially
started
like a
my
compelling NPC.
first started my adventure after I left my home, I missed it. It grows on you, and coming.
Now that's the fermented
Yeah.
pickle talking.
Visited some small towns. They were nice and everything, and then when my adventure led me here, I was excited that this town had a establishment of, well,
Ill repute.
just say, reminds me of home, and I miss my home and don't really want to leave it again.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I love that he's got a captivating tale for a strip joint. a strip joint that doubles over as a brothel. Oh, maybe I guess it wasn't that captivating.
Well, I guess gonna be a 9. Gonna be possibly the lowest. I know.
Yeah.
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 So hoping that would have been an 18. Yeah, 9.
He's like, yeah, I miss my home as well. Can I get you anything else, or have we done
No,
it?
and he offers to sleep with you instead.
Pay you 5 gold.
Say, how about trial run? Not within the girls, but no help clean up at night.
Again,
He like jerked off on his desk.
you don't really need it. Like if you come back and ask
Try
again,
and
we
run
might
without
have
the
something. But
girls.
right now, we haven't really. And if you come back, dress up a bit.
Like Kim Kardashian.
Sure.
If you come back.
Okay.
It's a comeback story if I ever heard one.
Well, at this point, you're arriving. Same story as these two. You walk down the road. You start to see the white smoke billowing out of the top of the giddy pickle. You can smell the brewing process. as
That
you,
was the name. I thought it was the
you
rusty
approach the
scarecrow.
Interestingly, when you get there, you link the pickle on the sign outside to the one on the mini cask of ale that you've got.
Oh. Okay. So I go in.
Okay. So as you enter, same scene. These guys are sitting down at a table, having a beer. Small gnome standing on the bar, smiles at you as you walk in. It's a crowd of people, but there's sort of a pathway towards the door from the bar. Gives a little wave.
I nod my head slightly.
She smiles wider.
That's as far as I go with my engagement in terms of meeting her.
She goes, "QE, what can I get ya?"
I'm not quite sure what you called me, but I need a room.
Okay, that'll be 4 gold. No, that'll be 2 gold, please.
Yeah, I give her the 2 gold.
Okay, she takes out a key and hands it over. Do you want any beer?
No, thank you. I believe I've already found some of yours. It must have been misplaced, and I show her the.
Oh, she looks at it. She's like, "Oh, that one's a vintage." She looks at it. She looks up and down. She's a little surprised to see it, from what you can tell.
I wait for her response.
It's one of ours. Here you go. Here's a glass. Be my guest.
I'll just drink from the bottle, thank you.
I guess.
It's a keg.
I'll drink from the keg, thanks.
Okay, well, take the tankard if you want it. But just make yourself at home.
Well, at this point, I'm too prideful.
If you want any food, let me know. There's a table over here that's empty if you want to sit down.
I'm going to sit with my compatriots, and I kind of.
Oh, okay. You're all together.
I wouldn't go that far, but yes.
Okay. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
If you need anything, just ask for me. My name's Jacinda.
I won't remember that, but thank you.
Okay. Well, not a problem. Have a seat.
I try and grin, but give up, and I walk over and sit with 25. And
As you walk off, she goes, "Bye."
I do. I even try and pronounce it right. I just say I do.
Okay. You guys sit down together. What's happening?
Yeah. So I kind of mentioned to Saria that we have an incubus in our party that's constantly trying to get with every woman we meet, but he hasn't tried to make a move on her. And I question why that is, and then suggest maybe she's ugly. No, I don't go that far, but I do question why that is, because I'm trying to make small talk, but Where my charisma is actually surprisingly high. I don't like social situations, but I'm trying my best.
I think he failed to watch me hit on her when he first met.
What's her response going to be? Well,
Yeah.
well, he has tried. I think. He's not my type.
A sex fiend? Fair enough.
Yeah. Not really kind of what I'm into.
Which Ignis got right away.
She was like, yep, that's nice. Nope.
Yep.
No, but I don't think my character actually saw when that happened, so.
Pretty sure he did. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe I thought it was just you two whenever that happened.
Nope.
No, I think it was like when we were all stood at the bar getting introduced
Yeah.
for like 20 solid minutes of Ignis trying and Saria being like, maybe if I just ignore it,
Yep.
it'll go away.
And it has.
Kane wasn't. Yeah. Kane wasn't paying attention.
No, that's kind of
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
He was too busy brooding.
Yeah.
Much bird.
Oh yeah, that is what happened. Remember, I was on the other side of the place because I didn't want to sit with the group.
All right. Well,
Anything else, or is that your whole topic of conversation?
I acknowledge the fact that 25 gave me that potion, or that, not the potion, but the healing stuff to bring me back. Slightly peeved about it due to the fact that that was one of my chances for redemption. But at the same time, I'm not going to actually take that out on him. So instead, I've kind of give him a gradual thank you.
Don't mention it. I know, for the record, it wasn't a potion, it was a spell.
Yeah, that's what I said, or magic, or because yeah.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Well, we needed you.
Appreciated.
find whatever you went off to look for?
No, just another cheapskate. It's as if the gods are actually just trying to condemn me further and further for my misdeeds.
Why? What happened?
Armor costs an F ton. No.
Well, that's
No,
just
I know.
how it is everywhere.
What if one of us went to go buy the armor?
It'd probably be on sale.
Scott laughs. He's like, "Yeah, it's totally true. Totally
Unless you gave
true."
it to me, then it would also be off-brand and somehow shatter the second I put it on.
So what we do is you should give the pretty lady your money and have her buy you your armor.
I kind of look around the place.
Kane has no concept of pretty.
Yeah, I mean, my character's I would pretty much say almost asexual in terms of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a job for you at Jacinda's House of Pleasure if you want it.
I'd say not bisexual or even pansexual, but considering the types of things that live in this world, you need to be a lot more than that.
Yeah.
And a
In this
spider
world-
person walks in.
In this world, pansexual is actually someone who's into pans.
Yeah.
And chest sexual is banging away on your wagon.
If anything, it's getting a free polishing.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Ignis. So as the fellow walks out with his room key, you hear some giggling as you see the legs of two females and a male head up the stairs from your angle. As you look out of the room, what are you doing?
Looking up the dress.
Yeah.
By this point, you sense that Yuri is getting a bit annoyed. He's like, "Look, can I get you anything? Like, if you can't afford these girls, there's some out back. If not, come back when you got some more money."
I feel like they're like cows.
Uh-huh.
Just like thrown into a dumpster.
Maybe you should have tried
Yeah.
to pull off the old foursome, like I said. Get a...
Like, yeah, I'll be back. Can I leave?
Okay. He nods.
Mhm.
Okay. So as you walk out, you walk back the way you came. Sitting at the table is Amanda. She smiles at you as you walk out. She goes to stand up from her chair.
Would have been lovely to have a night with you, but somebody beat me to it.
Okay. Well, come back, and she kind of brushes your chin as she walks off.
Man, I would have tried
Yep.
the whole. He said we could use it outside.
Okay, so you head out. The large female who was in the weapons room, she's like, "Well, that was quick."
Yeah, don't worry, I'll be back.
I usually last shorter. Oh.
Okay. You open the chest. Your weapons are still in there. You get them out, so to
Yep.
speak. You put them on. Door opens. You head out.
All right. Gonna go find a blacksmith.
Okay.
And get plate mail for 2 gold.
So you, as you walk past, you you were pretty much in the same location as Kane. At that point in time, it looks like Galvin's pretty much packing up. You can see that the embers are dying in the furnace. It's it's getting quite late in the afternoon, evening. You're sort of packing up bits and pieces. All right, what can I get you?
How much would you take for a iron chest or steel chest?
Iron or steel?
It seems to change.
Yeah, it does.
You think it's steel? You're not
steel.
100% sure. You think it's steel?
Pretty sure it's heavy. You can melt it down. You can make something out of it. That's for sure. Pretty
how
big.
is it?
I showed to him. You said it's like 3 by 2.
Yeah, it's
something
about
like
3
that.
foot by 2 foot.
Yeah.
What kind of conditions is it in?
I mean, it's not in pristine like this city is, but it's decent.
As you say that, he kind of chuckles to himself. He's like, "Not all of the city's pristine, mate."
True.
As he walked out of a whorehouse.
Yeah.
A pristine whorehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said they got
yeah.
ladies out back too, so.
He's like, "Look,
Half
I need
of the whorehouse is pristine.
Yeah.
I need to see it.
The front half.
25, 30 gold, maybe."
All right. Let's. No, I'll see you're packing up, right?
Yeah. We'll be open again in the morning.
How about I'll help you pack up, then we can go take a look at it and can talk about prices.
How about you bring it back in the morning?
All right.
Super. You know where I am. Just bring it in.
Yep.
All right. At that point, he's sort of hanging up his tools, and he's kind of ushering you out of the door.
Right.
Well, if I'd known Usher was the blacksmith, I would have stayed a bit longer.
He puts up his collar.
Sing us a song. Sing us a song.
He puts up his collar and dances out of the doorway. Okay. What are you guys doing at the bar? Are you still kind of having an awkward conversation, or are you?
I mean, I was
Are you
making
sitting in
conversation.
silence
They
now?
don't
Yeah.
seem to be trying.
I was trying. I asked about your day.
Did you?
I did. I asked how you got on with the armor thing, and you were just like,
Sorry, I must not have been paying attention.
"Shit sucks." No, I assume there's awkward conversation between even more awkward silences
Yeah.
because
agree.
I'm with the 2 broody characters, and I'm just like, I don't know what to. I don't know what to do.
So kind of as afternoon turns into
My etiquette is failing me.
as afternoon turns into evening, it hasn't quietened down in this bar. It's been busy pretty much throughout the day. As you sort of sit down and you're chilling. Is there anything else anyone wants to do now? You got a place to stay, or are you quite happy?
Can I cast Identify on the sun, moon, cloud, lightning bolt things I found?
Yeah, you can.
That's the spell that lets me know if it's magical in any way, shape, or form,
How
or if they
much,
were made with magic.
how much does it tell you in terms of? Does it tell you exactly what they do, or is it a?
Hold on.
I'm pretty sure it tells you
I
a
will
lot
find
about
you
the
the
item.
exact description. I'll find you the exact description.
Thank you.
It makes the DM sell plate mail for cheap.
It does. Strangely, I don't know
Yeah.
It's a
what
weird
that
side effect of the spell.
was.
Yeah.
That's its other use.
If it's a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to
I
use
linked it to Scott so I didn't have to read it out and he could have it.
Well, that doesn't help our viewers out there.
Yeah, it
Our
really doesn't.
wonderful, wonderful
Well,
viewers.
they can go to last episode, which they should have already watched, where I did read it out.
Some people don't do it that way.
I'm just gonna go watch last episode. Hold on, I'll be back.
Yeah.
4 hours.
Yeah, we don't even remember
Yep.
anything from last episode. Why would we expect them to? You can't
Yeah,
condemn
that's
viewers. They're actually watching us.
I'm sure the viewers have Google.
Yeah.
So do you. That's why you're supposed to read it.
We don't know they have the internet, all right?
Okay, so you
Besides, I don't.
Yep.
If I open it, this crashes.
Well, you have the internet. Your internet just sucks.
It's a good point. You pour out the bag of items there as you sort of place your hand on them and cast the spell. You learn a bit of information about these. You learn that they are the symbols of Atana, the god of weather.
Find out their lucky charms.
When the command word is spoken, a small concentrated spell of the weather effect in question occurs over a 20 by 20 square. Once used, the wood block reverts back to a normal wooden block with no power.
Use them all at once.
Yeah.
The world implodes.
Yeah, right.
So long, Triverm.
Can
It was
I
fun.
like make a roll to see if I would by chance know what the word is?
Yeah, why not?
The bird.
Constantinople.
I mean, I assume it's the bird because the bird is the word. But
Exactly.
It's weird that the word is the bird.
what do you want me to roll? Like history or
Yeah,
arcana?
Arcana, I would say.
Okay.
Spider come.
12.
Okay.
That's the word, Jesse.
It's a good word.
One word.
What do you think their web is?
Yeah.
You get the feeling that these would be based on celestial translations without knowing necessarily what they would be. But
Okay.
you know, from sort of your arcana, you get the feeling that by saying the word that relates to it whilst holding the block would potentially trigger the magic incantation in them. But you just need to know what the celestial word is for the block in your possession.
Couldn't have been dwarvish. I at least know that.
Guys
But
doing anything
cool.
else or?
I mean, I speak celestial if that has anything to do with it. You know, I was kind of an angel at one point.
Oh yeah, that would actually be really helpful.
That might be helpful.
It's actually my primary language. I learned common after.
While this is happening, Ignis walks into the
Wall.
walks into the bar.
No.
Dejected.
No.
The
Never come back.
the gnome is. Are you still wandering around? Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
He doesn't
actually,
walk in.
I'm gonna.
Someone who looks
yeah.
a bit like him
Yeah.
walks in, then you realise they look nothing like him.
Oh, Ignis. Oh.
Okay. So I'm guessing Kane gives you the translation of sunshine, rain, whatever else that were there.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'll ask him and then I'll write them all down.
Okay.
And I, of course, help.
Guys doing anything else?
That's it.
At this point, Galvin walks into the bar,
Oh, God.
walks up to the counter, orders a beer, kind of doesn't really notice you. Walks over to the other side of the bar and sits down, having a sip. Guys, doing anything else?
Yeah, I'll actually go up to the bar and buy a round for everyone.
Okay.
For the not everyone in the bar, the 3 of us.
She's like, "Have you got any plate armor you could trade for this?" She's like, "Okay, same again."
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Just you and the lady. Okay. 3 gold.
I hand it over, and I'm officially out of money.
She nods. Do you want any food or anything? You staying in here for the rest of the evening, or?
No
We already
food,
paid
thank
for a
you.
room.
But we have rooms.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were heading out or about. So what brings you?
Nope.
What brings you here?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Oh, I see. Secret, is it?
Just adventuring.
Oh. Speak to me in the morning. I might have something that you can maybe do for us. Are you planning on staying long, or are you?
That
You have to
I'm
milk
not
the
sure
cows.
of. Feed the chickens. No, that we're not sure of. But while we stay in town, we will stay here.
Okay.
Or I will.
Okay. Well, remind me in the morning. I don't really want to talk about it right now.
Understandable.
In the morning, we can talk about it.
Will
If
do.
you need anything, come and find me.
Will
Don't
do.
go far. I'm standing on this bar.
Well, you brighten it up, and I take my drinks. And...
She blushes a little bit.
From the other side of the place, here we go.
And that's why you don't have another beer.
He's got his own keg.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, just like, yes, you're winning the brooding party. You don't need to be so loud about it.
Physically
Actually,
harmful.
weirdly, you also hear the horse sigh. Ignis, what you doing?
I'm gonna
Falling in through the window at the brothel.
no. I'm gonna go back to where our horse and carriage are.
Okay, as you walk past down some side roads that you hadn't taken before,
Yeah.
past a sign that says the Rotting Sausage. You continue to walk back towards the direction of the gates. You start to see some of the less polished parts of the city. You start to walk down roads, and there's maybe some sort of cloaked figures. There's people in the streets. There's people asking for money as you sort of drift off into the sort of side roads. Eventually coming back to the main part of the town where you've walked previously. But you get a feeling that although there's a lot of wealth in the city, there's also the flip side of that coin as well.
Right.
Eventually heading to the gates.
Yeah.
The half orc is still there. He kind of looks you up and down as you head back to the wagon.
Yep. I'm gonna use prestidigitation to clean up the chest.
Okay.
So the chest is still there. Damn.
Yeah, nobody's gonna take the thing.
Roll me some perception.
If not, Scott can't make me have it weigh the rest of us down.
Oh, that's right. That kid that I paid was watching it, so no one touched it.
Yeah, that's right. He was
Okay.
pretty.
16.
As you cast it, first off, you notice some of the guards edge closer, holding their swords, walking sort of in your general direction. The other thing you notice is a small child as another wagon pulls up into this sort of holding area. He's like, "That'll be 2 gold, please, mate." To the guy who gets off. The guy kind of just pushes him out of the way and walks into the city gates. But you sense that by casting magic in and around the city, there's a slight apprehension of the guards. Once they realise that you didn't seem to do a lot other than make the steel crate more shiny, they're less inclined to continue that chain of thought. But they are certainly keeping an eye on you.
I'll tell him sorry, trying to sell the chest. Just wanted to make it look pretty, get some more out of it.
Okay, just be careful where you do that.
Will do.
Okay.
Kane's gonna be pissed at you trying to sell his chest or pour out.
What else are you doing?
Yep. What what time? What time is it about?
It was kind of midday when you got here. A little bit later than that. You'd been talking to the lieutenant. You've all been wandering around. It's probably getting towards early evening, I would say. Sort of the time it's taking you to wander around, find your bearings, have a couple of beers in the giddy pickle, be rejected from the brothel. Yeah, probably sort of 5-6 o'clockish, I'd say. Yeah, hence the reason why some of the shops were sort of starting to close. And
Yeah.
from you're traveling that the sun stays up for another hour or two, but it's starting to reach the end of its journey for the day, and it's starting to become sort of less bright in the sky.
Yeah, I'll walk around a bit more and try and get lay of the city, and then
Okay.
You already tried that.
And then once night falls, I'm gonna go back to our wagon and ask one of the guards there if one of them can help me bring the chest to the blacksmith in the morning.
Okay, so you wander around. You sort of try and take in a bit of everything as you walk through the main sort of promenade, I guess, leading towards the city centre. As you're approaching, you see this large marble keep that you could see from the outskirts. It's towering over the city. There's another inner wall around this. As you approach, there's a number of guards sort of standing guard. They ask to see your papers to get into it. It seems like this area is the noble area, sort of where the highbrow live. Inside, you see in front of the keep, there's a large town square with a statue. Make a history check for me, or religion.
They are the same.
Okay. So what one are you going for?
Probably history with a 9.
Okay. You haven't necessarily seen this before. You don't know who the statue is depicting. Behind the statue, you notice embedded in the ground a large rock. The surface looks smooth. You remember from some of your history around the talk around meteorites, and it looks very much like this is the meteorite that struck Israel, where crippling the city before it's been rebuilt. Hence the reason why so much of it is pristine, because you get the feeling that it's been rebuilt over a number of years and in the manner that the city council wanted. As you walk around a little bit more, you see a number of shops. You see armor smiths, you see weaponsmiths, you see tailor. It's just a number of all the sort of shops that you could want. Some of them still open, some of them closing. You walk past the Black Beholder, which, as you walk past, there's a man come flying out of the door, goes running back in, swinging his fist. You walk past the Fermenting Barrel, which is one of the other pubs that they told you about. There's a large stone, looks like a very old stone building attached to what is a fairly new stone building beside it. Looks quite busy, looks quite lively. There's music playing. Again, the beer is brewing in there as well. And eventually you sort of make your way back around. A couple of hours past as the sun is setting, as you make your way towards the guards. You approach, there's no sign of the half orc. As you get there, there's just a collection of other guards there. You walk up to the first one you see and ask him if he can help you move the chest. He's like,
well, I mean, in the morning.
He's like, well, I won't be on duty in the morning, mate.
Yeah.
You'll have to ask. I mean, it's not really our job, really. I'm sure you can find
Right.
someone for a couple of gold or can help you move it.
All right, sure. Maybe I think that that half orc guard would help me out for a few gold.
Horgob?
Half orc.
Yeah, Horgob.
Yeah.
Yeah. The he'll be around. He'll probably do it for you. He's not all there, you see.
Right. All right. Sure. Thanks for the
All
help,
right.
you guys. Have a good night. Thanks for keeping the city safe.
Enjoy your stay and be safe.
All right.
Anything happening with you guys in the bar? There's, it's getting a bit livelier. There starts to be some music playing.
Yes,
Nice.
my chest senses are tingling, and I go and castrate Ings. No, but I am starting to wonder where he's been because it's been a while.
Okay.
I do mention to the other two that Jalissa, with the bartender, mentioned she might have work for us.
Okay.
And our bard, of course, goes to bed for the night.
Yeah, she heard music
Yeah.
from someone else. She's like, I'm done.
They weren't as good as me, and I got offended
Yeah.
because I'd had a singular ale, and then I went to bed.
I bought you a second one. You've had two.
Oh, okay, I've had 2. That's why I'm pissed off that they're not as good as I am.
So
Sounds like bad karaoke to me. So
Good
yeah,
night, Kala.
Bart goes to bed, so I
Yeah.
can go to bed.
I think we're pretty much done for the day anyway. I guess you guys are gonna drink and you can carry on chatting if need be. Carla, before you go, you can level up to level 3.
Woohoo!
Woo!
And we will. You lot can't, just Carla.
That's
Yes,
We'll no, we'll pick
yeah,
the rest
I only
some-
killed 2 of the 3.
one level
spiders.
closer to OP Bard.
Thanks, Carla.
Thanks, Carla.
Thank you for the game. See you
No
guys
problem.
later.
Let it
Bye.
go.
Later. Have a good
Bye.
night.
Is there anything else you guys want to do now? Ignis, looking a little dejected. Actually, make a performance check for me, Ignis. And you two make perception.
I mean, I'm not even back in the room. I'm staying in the carriage.
You're staying in the car.
Yeah.
Which is why we're starting to get, again, suspicious
Okay.
that he's not here.
Then what are you
It's
guys
just
doing?
more like there could be something wrong.
Or you know exactly, quote unquote, where I am.
I mean, in real life, I know where you are, but my character
Yeah.
doesn't. So it's
Well, I mean, your character knows where I am.
but you've been gone.
My
for a
character
while.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, my character has no idea. You didn't pay attention.
Okay.
Mhm.
Are you guys doing anything, or are you hanging around, heading to bed, talking to any of the locals? What are you doing?
Well, I mentioned at 25, he's been gone a while.
He's probably just enjoying himself. Carousing, as it were.
I don't know this city. I don't know the people here. And I've noticed that we haven't really seen any other incubi to match the amalgamation of people here. So I don't necessarily know how safe he would be in these streets.
Are
I mean,
you worried?
that
No.
being said, Kane, you've noticed a few looks towards you as you've wandered around. You're not horrendous looks, but certainly people are a little surprised to see
I'm
A
effing
race.
gorgeous.
a race that they don't necessarily see very often. And Ignis, you probably sense the same as well. Although there is a lot of races in here.
Yeah.
The exotic races are always like, ooh.
Yeah.
Unless
there's-
in seasons and stuff, then
you know-
people can sometimes be a little.
Yeah, there's
concerned.
not.
Mhm.
The reason you haven't seen them is probably more that you're just not very common
Yeah.
in this world, let alone in, most of the stories are passed on from generation to generation, or written in history books, and people can go their whole lives without seeing an incubi or some of the
Right.
other races that are closer to the gods than others.
But
Or-
yes,
or
if he's in
devils.
trouble, that could be another excuse for me to try and make some more coin for armor.
What do you want to do?
Well, shall we go find him?
I suppose so.
We'll follow you.
Okay, I search for him diligently
Okay, where are you going?
wherever the die takes me.
Okay, roll a d12.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do
So
I add
you
anything else
head-
to it, or
No, just that, just to give us a direction, really.
I don't know if I use survival to try and track him.
You can do that as well if you want. Although he hasn't actually been here. You'd have to go to the last place you saw him, which was pretty much the city gates.
I thought you said he walked past it.
Yeah,
He
but
didn't.
we were
Yeah,
inside.
You were inside. You didn't see.
Well, that's how tracking works. You're not supposed to see him, otherwise you don't need to track him. But okay.
So you want to track his footprints on a concrete path. His scent.
I don't know, or his feet like or
In a busy
something, 'cause-
city.
Yeah, but if he has like weird claws and some weird tail thing
Roll
sweeping back
me.
and forth,
Was your 5 a tracking thing?
sure, yeah.
You don't track him. You have no idea where he is. I mean, you follow some footprints. You don't know if they're his or not. You just start
No,
following.
I didn't know if we added survival to the 12 you had me roll.
You can do.
So it'd just be +2.
Okay.
6.
You don't. Yeah, you don't spot anything that looks Ignis related. There's no obvious signs that he's been here or is in and around here. As you wander off into the sort of city, trying to do your best to think where might he be, the only places that he's been is at the city gates. That was the last time you saw him. You head off, not the way you came. You head off slightly to the east of that, so you're sort of heading towards you're relatively close to the wall in this part of the town, so you're heading towards the wall and sort of wandering around. You spot the same thing as Ignis. As you start to head off the beaten track, you start to see some of the darker sides of the city. You see a few people sleeping in the streets or sort of looking like they're about to. A couple of people rummaging through crates and stuff outside, not big silver ones, just to see if there's any kind of any food. There's a couple of people ask you for money as you walk around. Not all happening instantly, but as you're walking through the city, there's some of the houses look a bit bedraggled and sort of just worn and tired, and some of them are missing windows and a bit boarded up, but you can still see there's people inside them. It's just it's sort of,
Well, he wouldn't be out there. That's ridiculous.
yeah, so once you head out of there, you sort of, as you loop back round, you head towards, and you turn out back by the barracks. Sort of as you walk back round, you sort of appear beside the barracks, back by the town gates.
I just kind of ask people if they've seen an incubus.
Um,
I never got to see them in concert.
You're missing out,
lucky
man.
devil. I did.
Did you?
I went to the American football they had at Wembley, and they were playing their one song that they've ever played.
Nice.
You walk up to one of the guards. He's like, "A what?"
Demonic fiend.
He backs away a little bit. He's like, "In Israel,
Correct. Wings,
mate.
tail. Tries to have
no,
sex with anything that moves.
no, I'd know if one of those came in. I ain't seen one enter at all."
All right. He hasn't been here.
Seems like it.
Okay.
He's a dragon.
Yeah.
No, okay.
What else are you doing? Still wandering around, or?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got to find Ignis.
Okay.
Like I said, this could be an opportunity for armor, basically. That or,
Are you
of
offering
course,
anything to
holy
this
redemption.
25? Or are you sort of just following in tow, or?
I'm kind of just following. I mean, I could suggest that he would probably head to a house of ill repute, but I mean, I
Okay,
don't know where those are in this town.
So you recall that the lieutenant mentioned Jardana's House of Pleasure.
Right, but I tuned out the directions because I wasn't interested in going.
Okay.
But I do mention that.
Oh, I must have tuned that part out because I wasn't interested in listening at all.
The bit that he just said, or the bit
Yes,
the lieutenant
no,
said?
the lieutenant.
Whoa.
Okay.
I listened to 25 because, like I said, this is the thing actually mainly that my mind would be focusing on is holy retribution, but there's
Armor.
a much lesser, there's a much lesser chance of that. So the armor's a good secondary, something to at least, not get me my, skull bashed in by a spider with boxing gloves on.
What are
Well,
you doing? You still just
so
wandering around, or?
Yeah, I'm just blindly wandering around. I've got nothing to work off of, so there's no way I could like know where he is.
Okay, roll me another survival.
You want to roll a d12 again?
Yeah, an ID 20.
Oh, oops. D20.
Still nothing.
Yeah. Man,
Yeah,
really
there's a lot of people who pass through this part of town every day. It's still quite busy actually as you're wandering around.
It's weird all the weird looks he gets that nobody seems to recognize him.
Are you asking people?
Well, yeah, I mean that's
I mean,
why.
you asked one person.
Oh no, I was going to ask around.
Oh, okay. So you walk around. You ask if they've seen an incubus, and some of them are a similar sort of reaction. They're like not really 100% sure as to what one looks like. As you ask someone about the House of Pleasure, they kind of give you some directions as to where to walk.
I keep tabs on the people that know where that is because I know to stay away from them.
Some of them, interestingly, sort of as you are, some of them they look quite noble in terms of their attire. They're clearly giving the appearance of being well off. As you walk up to the directions they've given you, you reach this regal building, red brick, wrought iron fence that is firmly attached to the ground. There's a large burly man outside on the door, arms folded.
Have you seen an incubus?
Little fella.
Sure.
Wings, yeah?
Yeah, that would be him.
He came in here, yeah.
Any idea where he might have went?
He wasn't here very long. He headed back off the way you've just come from.
I look back at 25 with him saying that he's not here.
Maybe 3 or 4 hours ago, maybe a little bit longer.
Well, we know he wasn't sated because that's not going to happen. So maybe he ran out of money and is looking for a way to make more money. Perhaps.
How could he possibly make any money? we don't have that now, but
we do have something to
maybe.
sell back at the cart.
Ignis wouldn't betray my trust like that.
You're right. Why would he ever do that?
That'd be ridiculous. In fact, so ridiculous we shouldn't even check there. Let's check everywhere else in the town first.
Yeah.
Okay, at this point, it's night. It's essentially, it's maybe after a couple of hours or an hour or so of walking around the large city. It's maybe 10, 11 o'clock, getting to that sort of time.
Yeah.
You walk into the similar sort of areas that Ignis went. You walk past the large inner wall, seeing the same things that he saw.
So if we get back to the tavern, we'll see old like Galvin there, because he might have seen him. As much as I'd hate to talk to him,
he was certainly there when you left.
Yeah.
To know what I guess we head back. Well, I'll head back to the tavern. Is that where we're going? Okay. And I'll head to the bar and ask. Is it Jalinda? What was her name?
Jacinda is the barmaid. Jardana is the House of Pleasure.
All right, so
you won't write this down, so I'll have to remember it next week.
No, not at all. So I'll go up to Jacinda and ask if she's seen. Give her a rough description of Kyle and ask if she's seen him.
No, love, I haven't seen anyone like that. I'd recognize someone like that. I thought someone
talk to my favorite blacksmith if he's still there.
I thought someone who looked like that came in, but didn't.
Well, I appreciate it, Tom.
Actually, I guess my second favorite blacksmith. My favorite blacksmith is in the last town. So.
Of course. And what was his name, Jordan?
Oh, I don't even get to remember the town.
Ardington. I can't remember the name of the blacksmith. Okay, so you walk up to Galvan.
Yeah.
He's been there since you saw him walk in. He's been on the beer quite a lot. You get the feeling he's a large man, big muscles from working on the anvil and that all day. He's looking a bit.
So he has
worse
a high tolerance. Perfect.
He's looking a little worse for wear actually as you approach. He looks up at you. He's like, "Oh, all right."
Yes. Have you seen an incubus?
In
Small
here?
creature, wings, possible tail.
In here.
Before maybe that or even before you've got here. Yes.
He thinks back. He's like, yeah, I saw little winged fella come in, trying to flog me a chest.
From across the room. Ah.
Thank you. And then
You
of
right?
course I go to my chest.
You're right. You look like you've seen a ghost.
I look like I've been humped by a ghost, and as I leave to go to my chest.
He kind of looks at you and just downs the rest of his beer, and then puts his hand up towards Jacinta at the bar.
Yeah.
You guys are heading back, are you?
I'm not. I'm gonna stay seated at the bar.
Okay. You sit down. She's like, "Can I get you anything?"
Actually, I'm out of money for now. I just wanted to ask if what time you get off, or if you get off. Who knows? I don't know.
You can't ask a lady that.
She giggles. She blushes. She blushes again. She's like, "Oh, I live
Every
here.
night.
I'll be here all night. We don't close till, the early hours of the morning."
Fair enough. Well,
why is that?
You know where I'm staying, and kind of give her a wink and head up to my room.
Again, at this point, she's like bright red. She's giggling.
A drow and a gnome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
What an interesting combination.
What are you doing, Kane?
I'm on my way to check on my chest.
Okay. So you wander back. You take the quicker route this time through the main streets. You get back to the get back to the town.
Yeah, I get on a skateboard, hold on to the back of a truck, and I ride there.
Within sequends, you tag a little bit on the way.
El Barto.
There's still quite a lot of guards here. You get the feeling that there's always quite a lot of guards on the city gates in and around city. As you've been walking around, you've been noticing sort of pairs of guards walking around, fully armored, just sort of patrolling the streets. You didn't notice any
relationships.
You didn't notice any in the darker streets that you walk down in the the slightly dirtier areas. They kept mainly to the main areas. As you get there, you approach the tavern. Sorry, approach the wagon.
Okay.
You just walking up to it? Are you?
Yeah, making sure my chest is there, because as far as I know, it might not be.
As you approach it, you see your chest poking over the top of the side of the wagon.
It's a lot shinier than it was.
Roll me some perception.
Yeah, so I don't know that yet, though.
Yeah.
No, I might.
It's a lot shinier than you seem to remember. But as you look up, the moon is bright. You wonder if it's just the reflection of the moon shining off it from this sort of distance.
Yeah, it's a total of 21 perception.
Okay, it's a lot. You still think it's a lot shinier than you thought?
Oh yeah, I was clarifying for any audio or anything listener.
Oh, okay. What are you doing?
I don't know. Do I see anything else with my 21 perception?
From the angle you're looking at, you just see the top of the chest over the top of the wagon.
All right, I crawl in to make sure. Well, first I'm checking my chest and see what's up with it, because this could be a trick if it's shinier. It could be an illusion.
I mean, I'm sleeping there right on the cart.
Roll me, roll me some stealth.
I'm not even going for stealth. I'm just crawling right up.
So as you approach it, you see sticking out the back of the wagon some feet, and then you see some legs leading up to a figure that's lying in your wagon, wings wrapped around him, snoring next to this shiny, really shiny silver
Spooning
gem.
it.
I use Divine Smite and I hit him with my axe. Not really. I don't do that, but
you can almost.
Pretty sure that would kill me.
You can almost think this is silver.
I think that would outright kill me if you rolled high enough, because Divine Smite would do double damage to me.
Yeah, exactly. Got my radiant weapon.
Yeah. Radiant and holy. I think something else will do double.
Snoring.
Yeah, I kind of, I shake him awake.
What? Huh?
Hey, Ignis, what are you doing?
Sleeping?
Why didn't you come back to the tavern with the rest of us?
Got lost, ended up here. This was familiar.
Oh, that was real polite of you to clean up my chest.
Yeah, I had great experience at the pleasure house. Was feeling generous. No, you've been
Oh,
yeah,
that's
you've been
weird. They told me you were in there and left pretty quickly.
nah.
I was also
Was-
given an anonymous tip that you were trying to sell my chest.
Ignis, roll a deception. Kane, roll some
Really, I think even if he was telling the truth at
Insight.
this point, I wouldn't believe him.
insight, I guess. Okay.
I rolled a 19.
You think he's being quite honest with you as far as you can tell. He
Why
had
am I
a nice
retarded?
time. He had a nice time at the House
Yeah.
of Pleasure.
I noticed you've been having difficulty with the blacksmiths in the area. Well, areas that we've been to, so I thought, spiffy up the chest a bit, see if I can sell it, try to get you some money to buy you some nicer armor.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'd have been nice if you would have ran that by me first.
Yeah, well, got lost trying to find the place. Don't think I actually caught the name of the tavern we were staying at, so ended up here.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know if you want to do a deceit for this one or not, because I think, like I said, even if he was telling the truth, I don't think I'm buying it.
It's up to you. If you're not going to believe him, there's no point.
No, yeah, I'm definitely not believing him.
And all of a sudden, I'm not the most hated one in the group. No, that'll never happen.
That's harsh on Carla.
I know. If he sells the chest, we won't have a way to transport her.
Are you doing anything else,
Yeah.
or is what's happening between you two?
Well, I mean, now I know if my chest disappears, it was Ignis's doing.
I climb into the wagon and spoon him.
No, I mean, I warned him not to sell my chest,
Okay.
and I tell him he can just sell the horse, and then I go and
Okay.
I tell the guards if they see him leaving with it, he stole it.
The horse size.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
You heading
So
back
do you
to
want to end the session, or?
you heading back to the tavern?
I mean, yeah, because now if it's gone, I've got a radiant attack.
Okay. You're heading off to your room, I take it, after flirting with the barmaid a little bit more.
Oh yeah, headed straight up there.
He's waiting by the door, all antsy like.
Ignis, you
I'm-
sleeping in the wagon a bit
Yeah,
more?
I'm just gonna stay there. I was comfortable, so
Okay. Okay.
And I
Well, in
hit
that
back.
case, I think we'll leave it there.
Nice.
Well, the question becomes:
Sounds
do I
good.
have a good night's rest or a great night's rest?
Your hand gets tired if that's what you're asking.
Fair enough.
can make him roll a performance.
Roll for penetration.
Hmm.
But then Scott has to act it out.
No,
Nah.
no, we don't have to do
Uh-huh,
that at
you have
all.
to be 25. I thought you
No.
would. See,
Roll
you sure seemed
roll
excited
me
about
a
it before.
persuasion.
All right.
Oh, we gotta do a persuasion first.
This is to see if it works on Scott.
18.
Now roll intimidation. No.
You although she doesn't necessarily give you any signs that anything's going to happen, you get the feeling that weirdly this odd attraction is there for her. You get the feeling she's flirty with everybody, and maybe that's maybe that's
Part of the
confused with
job.
just being overly friendly and trying to make sure everyone is enjoying their evening. But she there's something there.
Woohoo!
The same
Music of love in the air.
And a 1970s porn scene like that. Between a
Suddenly a
drow and
warlock
gnome.
appears in the room
Yeah.
with you. He's like, oh, excellent. He starts writing notes.
I don't know, what would be better, music or vibrations?
Music, I'm guessing, although we haven't had a performance check, but we're not going to go down that road.
No,
He
no,
sings
we're
in the
not.
arms of an angel. And I
You
walk
guys-
in curiously.
You guys head to bed.
Yep.
And we'll pick it up next time. Early in the morning. You are all now level 3 as well.
Hooray!
Yay.
Until
Woo.
next time, everybody.
Congrats.
Later. Thank you, Scott. Thank you
My
for the great
pleasure.
session.
Thanks. Good
Bye,
job.
everybody. Check out these guys' channels. We've got Jordan, True Friends Gaming,
Hey, that's me.
Kyle from Chibi Guy Plays and True Friends Gaming,
Yep.
and 25 Player 2 Insert Coin. That's Jesse.
Bye, guys.
Kalathra Games was Kala.
And Carla,
Yeah.
yeah, Kalafra Games.
And check
them
out Scott Dog Gaming.
Yeah,
Definitely.
please do.
Or do
You
you-
find all the links in the description below, and we'll be back next week.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.